love to sweat. Honey, peanut butter, candlelight, a bottle of the best. Sexy like Kardashian, I bet we make a video. Chocolate strawberries have a body tingle head to toe. Baby, be my number one, treat her like the damn sun. Shiny as a VVS, Gucci, Prada, and Louis Vuitton.
This is why we don't do live podcast. We don't.
This is
the
trust
myself going live.
This the best. Okay, so
this is why
we live now. We live. Okay.
Part of the reason why we don't want to go live because we'll say some stuff and be like, "Oh shit."
Well, see, and that's another reason I'm on multiple platforms. Facebook don't allow certain things. YouTube don't allow certain things. I can turn those on and off. Okay, we are fully.
Wait a minute, what did that say up there? Do you have a map? Because I just got lost.
Don't read that. That's an old one and it won't delete. I don't understand.
I was like,
why it's doing that.
Tragedy. Well, we just asked John a question. Right.
Okay, for what we gonna do? We gonna fix him. Everybody calls me Bailey. No one calls me John.
Oh, sorry.
So
Bailey.
it's Bailey.
Bailey. We gotta get you.
Okay.
That's how we know you as. So now we gotta call you Bailey.
Okay. So hold on. And that's who we got in the building tonight. They go by the names of OMG. Ladies, go ahead and reintroduce yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm Miss Nisha B.
And I'm Miss Kiki Love.
And we are Orgasmic Melanin Goddesses, or OMG.
Because that's the shit you say right before you give that.
That's right.
And in the words of niggas, when you be shooting up the club. So tonight is gonna be all about speaking upon the things which y'all missed already.
Well, it's masturbation month too.
It
is masturbation month?
Yes, May is masturbation month.
I don't masturbate.
What? Lie.
No, I don't masturbate.
So let's talk about that. Why do you feel like, why don't you masturbate?
Because vagina feels better.
What about mutual masturbation, like with your partner, where your partner can see, you know what I'm saying? You both are pleasuring yourself in front of each other. Have you ever tried that?
Again, vagina feels better.
I understand that vagina feels better, but there's so many different, you know what I'm saying? You've never masturbated ever in your life.
No, I'm not saying never in my life.
Okay.
But
it's just now you feel like you don't have the need for it.
Like as a grown ass man who has never had a problem pulling a woman, if I feel that much want or need to expel my baby batter, I would rather do it with
baby batter.
I would rather do it with someone else. So yeah.
Okay, but it's, I mean, like I said,
y'all can do it. Y'all got toys and stuff. We don't.
We use our hands too.
I use toys with my husband.
No, I'm not going. Okay, first and foremost, First, I need to understand something. I'm one of the goddamn biggest freaks this world is probably ever going to know. I'm all about toys. You could be tied up. You could be blindfolded. You can be spanked. I mean, we are 50 Shades of Grey minus the Caucasian extra activity. Hold on.
50 Shades was lame.
Again, we can go a lot deeper. I'm Mr. Anytime, Anywhere. It goes deep, right?
Okay.
It goes deep.
Okay.
So and it's all about making sure that the person you with is fully pleasured. Like I, as a man, we know automatically niggas gonna get off. It's almost impossible for a man not to get off.
Right.
But when you make sure you get your whoever you're with, your woman, and you make sure that she gets to like the next level.
What's the next
That's
level?
a whole totally. See, there's a difference between coming and having an orgasm.
True.
When you make a woman have an orgasm, she ain't never going nowhere. Especially with every single time she's with you, she has an orgasm.
No, but if you cutting up, yeah, I'm leaving your ass. What you mean, orgasm or not?
Right.
See, y'all always gotta take it to the next level. There ain't no cutting up. There ain't no cutting up.
No,
if he
it
please you
might
in
make
bed,
it
he gotta
harder.
please
It
you
might
in
make it
life.
harder because
No.
you like, damn. But then
Listen.
that's where self-love come in.
That's where a lot of women do get dick. A lot of women do get dickmatized.
I sell dick.
You don't get dickmatized.
I sell dick for a living, sweetheart.
You sell dick?
Absolutely.
Oh shit, we got a pimp in the goddamn building.
For a living, babe. I got all kind of sizes. What you want? 7-inch, 12-inch? I Keep all that shit in the car. Don't play with me.
Natalia said there are toys for men now. There are toys for men.
We
That
got
shit-
those too, Natalia.
That's
What's up?
weird. That's weird.
But you
we
know
got
what?
that-
Let me explain this though
Right.
too. The toys that they normally say are for women, you can use with your male partner. You can use on a penis owner. Like I buy toys, and the toys that I use to pleasure me, they can also pleasure my partner. It's just all in how
What toys
you
are you
use
using?
it.
I'm
It's
glad
all in
you
how
said
you
that,
use it.
John.
Yeah,
because
so
we have,
speak on how.
we have some right here.
Yeah, okay. That's
You
what
know, we have some.
They brought out the toys, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, we have some. You know, for you pleasure. You know, the first toy.
I think you make it
Right, make it all sad.
like it's like one life to live or something.
Now listen.
Are you afraid of toys?
Some of them, no, I'm not afraid of
Okay,
toys, but most men are afraid of toys.
I know, and that's one of the things that we focus on too. Is to, part of it is the introduction.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Now,
a lot
like
of
this
a lot of
one,
men, a lot of. Go ahead.
If like this one, for an example, this is called mic drop. This is for
Yeah,
not
it look like a
beginner.
mic.
Don't
Yeah,
it look-
right.
well-
Don't it look like a microphone?
Speaking to the microphone.
Right. Come on now.
Mic check, mic check.
So this one is not for a beginner. I would highly recommend not using this for a beginner.
Yeah, that's the
Or
shit you
instant-
found on your grandma's bed, but it was
Come
not
on
that
now.
color.
Come on. So
Tachi.
this one is definitely for advanced learners. But I'm gonna turn it on, John. Is that okay?
Turn it on.
Get up near the mic so they can hear.
They can hear that. Trust me, they can hear that.
That's
Look at
just
that
on
baby.
one.
That's on one.
That's on one?
That's on
Yeah.
one.
Shit, imagine putting that on a nigga's taint.
That's what I see. Do you see what I'm saying?
Look, this the thing. I know. Put me in your mouth. Put that where it's supposed to go, right up
Or
under the
put it on
bum.
your cheek while you
Yeah.
giving oral. While you giving head, that gives it a different sensation.
So, yeah.
So it's the very same toys that
We love mic
vulva
drop.
owners use for themselves. They
Yes.
can also use it with their partners.
Mic drop is definitely it's not for the weak.
Clearly, it's not for the weak. That
It's not
motherfucker,
for- it's
that
not
motherfucker
for-
gonna,
it's
gonna
waterproof,
rub
so
the
you
skin
can-
off of your goddamn shit if you don't do it right.
Listen, but we also have stuff for the
But
beginners
I like that
too.
it's waterproof too. That you can play.
Motherfuckers in the
have a
bathtub
bubble-
half-ass
bubble
trying to
bath.
electrocute themselves.
No, those are water. It's water.
That's what I said, trying to.
Oh,
This one,
well,
John,
if you use the wrong toy, yeah.
this one, John, is
Like the
Get in
hummingbird. That
touch.
look like the hummingbird.
it is a finger vibrator.
Oh, shit.
This one can be used for couples as well.
Niggas, if you know how to use your fingers, there you go.
This one
Oh, it
has this
pulsates.
one-
And it
yes,
has 20 speed.
This has 20 speeds.
20 speeds.
Yes, sir.
Y'all trying to kill the woman.
Well,
No, it's just one of the things is that
She
you don't
gonna
wanna,
go from shaking to baking.
But you can, you know what I'm saying? I like the fact that you put it on your finger. You don't have to hold it.
Right.
Like you can still, it literally. You still
Yeah, it's like a
put your
cock
finger
ring,
through it.
but for your finger.
yes.
Trust me, I know English ticklers. I know it all. I'm not
This one
foreign to
is
this.
perfect, ladies, for when you want to do the flying V. So the flying V is when your male partner is standing up and you are laying on your back.
Oh,
and
shit.
You want that V, that pose all the way. Is perfect for right there. And he can feel that shit too, because baby, this thing is powerful. This is a good toy.
Look, Natalia says she gonna have convulsions.
Oh,
Okay, hold on. So hold on. You
Yes,
said
sir.
that thing got 20 different speeds.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you see, it's not intimidating
It is
looking
not.
either. So for men who may feel like be intimidated by toys, I'm sure if you bring out like a phallic toy, something that
Right.
shaped like a dick with veins and stuff like that,
Right.
you know, people are not gonna want to. You know, men are gonna be like, "What the fuck you doing? You trying to replace me, right?" But if you bring out toys
a lot
that
of men
don't
think
look
that
like
already about toys, period.
Right.
It doesn't matter like what size it is.
You do realize
Like-
that most men don't understand, like,
that, it's just
Like,
helping them
do you
understand.
remember,
that-
like,
most
a
men
few
don't
months
understand
ago-
what toys are, what toys are used for. Like, people aren't really properly taught sex education.
That is correct.
That's very true.
But people also are not taught pleasure in that, and how to achieve it, how to understand your own body. You know what I'm saying? If you don't understand your own body, if you don't understand what gets you off, how you
I remember a few months ago, Nick Cannon had made a statement about, I don't want any of my women. I'm like, all 12 of them, Nick? All 12 of your baby mamas? But okay, continue.
Ain't it only 6? It's only 6.
12.
12 kids.
Right. He said no
Don't be
toys
hating
in
on
the
Nick
bedroom.
Cannon. Don't be
And I'm
hating.
just like, what?
He is the toy.
He doesn't want to be replaced. And I'm like, that is a very immature statement coming from somebody that has 12 children.
Hold on,
I'm
we finna
like,
do something. I gotta do something.
Go ahead.
Niggas, it's getting hot in here. These ladies is whew, 602-736-6660. I taking some of these toys is for sale.
They are.
Okay, so 602-736-6660.
Our favorite. I think this is one of our favorites.
You said, y'all. Okay.
So this one is called the Womanizer Pro.
That don't even sound healthy.
If I had water, this would
those
be
are
so much
yeah.
better.
That the toys come in different categories.
Right.
Like
and this
you have-
is a suction toy, by
Right,
the way.
that's a-
Oh, so that's like the
Suction
Rose 2.0.
But this was actually this is the patented. So this is the original Rose.
So that's the Rose 1.0.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see that. I gotta see that. Put that in me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was actually what she means by that is that the Womanizer was patented by the people who actually patented that technology, that clitoral-suction technology, and it was designed by a husband-wife couple.
I ain't even gonna lie. This motherfucker is like a sucker fish.
Yeah.
But for you little
But
dick
if you put it on
niggas,
if you put it on your nose, because you know
I ain't gonna put it on my nose.
on the tip of your nose, that's where like if you wanted to test the toy to feel like the strength
Look
of it,
at
the
this,
suction of
ladies
it.
and gentlemen. Look at this. Thing. Why it light up though? Like that's my thing. Is like why does it have to light up? Like
Listen,
this is the clit.
Because it's giving-
This
gonna
is the
light up your
clit
life.
lightsaber.
it's gonna
Right.
light up your
It
life.
does, right.
It's gonna light up
What
your
is
life.
it there? There's a turn out the lights.
It really is. It really is. But
It's
those are
also
just a
amazing to
few.
use with your partner too. Can we get real on here?
Yeah, you get
Okay.
as real. Look. Oh, hold on me.
So
Hold on. Let me explain something to you. Here at No Cap Reacts, we do not hold back.
Okay.
2, this is Freaky Friday. We talk our shit, and we gonna make sure that people truly understand exactly what it is, who you are, what you do, and how you do it. Now go on,
Right.
jump on in.
So one of the things we do with OMG, and when we talk about, we don't yuck people's yum, whatever people are interested in, our goal is to get them the education. And one of the things that we do too is that we expose people to a lot of different lifestyles, a lot of different things that people.
So do y'all be
typically
hanging
think
out
is
at the
white
sex
people
clubs
shit.
and stuff?
We talk about poly. We talk about lifestyle, which is like if people
Swingers.
are in there.
Lifestyle is a new word for swingers.
Or people or we talk about BDSM, because typically a lot of people think a lot of that is white people shit, basically.
No, they
right?
don't. I'm just gonna be honest.
I'm telling you, a lot of people do, or a lot of people like. There's an organization, a BDSM organization. When you go there, it's sprinkles of us there, right? So typically, what we're doing is exposing people and educating people and bringing people that look like us to the forefront, so that they can find their tribe, see people that like what they like, and don't feel like a fucking weirdo.
But here's
because
my
they're
thing.
into things, and I know that it's becoming more and more.
I was gonna say,
More and more people are becoming open to it, but it's still a lot of times in our community, like even when if we talk about BDSM, typically when we do parties, a lot of black people, that was slavery. I ain't fuck that. You ain't gonna beat my ass, master beat me, and I do it. And so what they don't understand a lot of times are the elements of BDSM, and that there's so many aspects to it, and they're pretty much might already be doing BDSM and don't even know it. So it's really just about educating people. But what I wanted to be real about was talking about that toy and anal. But we can go ahead. You got a caller.
So,
No, that was me just making sure
okay.
everything working.
So, what I was gonna also contribute to that about BDSM is when I do parties and I do pull out the BDSM stuff, a lot of the times, a lot of women, because a lot of my clientele is black, they'll go and say, "Oh, I won't let him do that to me, but I'll do that to him." I'm like, is your partner black? And they're like, yes. I'm like, how you gonna get a black man to
Wear some handcuffs?
Right.
That's the hardest
Right.
thing.
So, and then they get quiet because I'm just like, girl, like, how you gonna get your black man to wear some handcuffs and be blindfolded?
Right.
Without coercion, right? Without some type of coercion or some type of something. So again, unless he's into that, most black men have to be very much like, I gotta work my way up to that. So we have a long way to go in our community as far as breaking down to the taboos.
See, I don't think we
within the
have
shit.
that far to go. And the reason for that, I'm just gonna be very
Go ahead.
Everybody already know. So back in the day, I used to swing. You know who used to fill swinger parties and clubs? Niggas. Just real talk. Like there are more, especially.
Oh, I'm part of organizations
Kansas
and groups
City
that are having lots
St.
of
Louis. They all
that
them
having
sex
sex
clubs.
parties,
Atlanta,
but it's very underground.
Very underground.
Which
It's
is-
very
which is-
But I
taboo.
mean,
of
discretions
course,
and all
it's
that.
underground. Period, because people,
Yeah.
discretion's closed.
Yeah.
I heard they closed down.
Oh well, there's
It's only
what
encounters
three
now.
of them? Three encounters.
Gross.
Take
But-
your. She said, "Girl,"
Well-
but it's a lot of. There's a lot of.
I
Dark
understand what you're
skin.
saying. You're finding more and more. You're seeing more and more black people.
What I would say is as our race is missing is like the white people throw the big ass house parties. We not doing the houses. I call them fishbowl parties. You go in, you drop your keys in the fishbowl, you go have drinks. Once everybody shows up, then it's like, ladies, go choose the keys at the bowl. Don't you? If you get your own, put them back and grab somebody else's. And then it goes, they play it that way. Now, as in our culture, like, because me personally, I ain't never been invited to one, but I've never seen like that full of black people. And then like passion parties. Now I see a lot of passion parties. Like my cousin, she threw passion parties out the ass.
You mean like the sex toy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But-
so we do bedroom candy.
Right.
Which
But
is
they
candy birds.
wouldn't. They would tell them to bring your man, your boyfriend,
But
your
a
husband.
lot of the toy companies, a lot of the at-home toy companies, we're not going to mention their names, won't allow men to come to the parties. Bedroom candy is the total opposite.
Yeah, if they were doing it, they were doing it underground.
Right.
Bedroom Candy was the first company because I
That just sound good.
I saw with other companies before, and they straight up was like, you could not have a man at the
Right.
events, which
Right.
I thought was unfair because if my partner is male, why am I making the decisions on what we gonna play with without that person? I want them to.
There's
be
a couple of
educated
different
just
reasons
like
that
me.
go behind that. You know who makes the majority of the
Men make
non-logical buying choices in the world?
women do.
Women do. So
But
if your man is there, he will stop you from buying something.
I don't feel. I really feel. Well, I find the opposite because a
Right.
lot of times when we do vendor events and
Men-
parties,
men
men
go
know
by-
what they want. They
they
buy
go
it.
to
Bam.
them.
Women are the ones like, oh, well, I don't
gotta
know.
think
I
about
gotta think
it.
about it.
Yeah.
If a man likes it, they buy it. Bam.
quick.
I
easy.
love that about men, that they are very decisive. They pick what they want and bam, that's it. And I think the advantage of having your partner in the ordering room is that you guys can get real. First of all, you both getting the education about what the toy can do, how to use it, instead of me going to the party, right? And then I go home to my husband and then I give him information secondhand. And I just learned at the party because I don't know everything, right? The whole
Right.
purpose of me going to the party was to get educated. But if I brought him with me, we could both learn together and then we could shop together and get what we want because we gonna use it together.
Do you?
understand
So do you
what I'm
guys ever
saying?
do like one on one?
do. It's very
like
rare.
partners
So-
where it's like like where it's just you go to a couple's home and be
Yes.
like,
Yeah, we can, but a lot of the times she doesn't see our DMs. I control of our social media.
give up some control, damn it.
No, it's not
I'm
that.
I'm joking,
You
I'm
know,
joking.
Instagram
It's a
limited me.
hater.
Like
Right.
Instagram kicked me out, and only
Right.
one of us at a time can be in. So
So-
she's our social media person, so she runs it.
So I don't even let her see half the shit that be coming in our DMs because half the time men be on that bullshit. And when we first started doing this, I would get before we even met when I first started doing this work, men would come in there right off the bat and just dick pics and just be on some bullshit. And so I'm like, I would tell them my rate for a one-on-one coaching session, and they were like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Absolutely, I'm fucking serious. $150 an hour.
And they didn't want to do that?
$150 hour, nigga. What's up?"
But typically, yeah, if a couple wants us to come and talk about different toys and what they want to do in different aids, because we don't just have like the dildos and stuff like that. We actually
Right.
have like aids, and you'd be surprised, especially at my age. It's like sometimes you need our sex position straps, or you might need our.
Do y'all sell the
our
wedges?
pillow. Yep,
We
I was
do.
gonna say our wedge pillow.
I told you, I know this shit.
To get you, in certain positions so that you can maximize that orgasm, hit that ultimate
G spot.
Yeah, A spot, all those different positions that you can do. And sometimes you need a little help, because I know at my age, I can't put my legs back. I'm not as flexible
I'm
as I
not
used to
bending
be.
my
I'm
legs
working on
back like a bent back paper clip.
I'm working on the flexibility, about to get back.
It's
into
called yoga. Hot yoga. Go ahead and get stretch them muscles out. Get
You gonna
lifting
that
them
side-
muscles and
The man
limbs.
sandwich is gonna get that side profile. That's all he getting, his side profile.
She said the side profile. She's like,
Yeah.
straddle that leg, nigga.
Yeah, that's
slide
all you
in.
getting. Yeah, that's all you getting, a side
Oh
profile.
no! Well, I met my match, and we've been having a lot of fun in the bedroom. And I'll be 50, and he's over 50, and we enjoying ourselves.
I'm sure you are. Shit.
But I don't even know. I just started thinking about it, like, oh shit.
She just had a fun. She just pictured herself what she was doing last night. She said, yeah, so we newlyweds and we just did some shit last night.
I know. Well, I'm still a newlywed, and we having fun together.
Y'all still on your honeymoon is what it sound like.
Well, they ain't got no kids in the house.
Well, I mean,
They
we're
ain't got
empty
no-
nesters,
Right.
so like,
they be-
You sound like you trying to feel the nest again, at least practicing.
because ain't no babies coming up.
Yeah, but that's why I said practicing.
practicing, because can't nobody have no babies up in our. That's a no. But I just found somebody too that he doesn't have that toxic masculinity. He's very open.
Okay, I
around
gotta
sex.
stop. Hold on, I gotta ask a question. What is
Yeah.
what is toxic masculinity?
Be fuck nigga shit.
That's not toxic though.
No, so
Fuck
toxic.
nigga shit.
That's again.
If you really want to get technical.
A fuck nigga. Okay, so
Fuck
this.
nigga
Hold on.
shit.
No.
Fuck
You
boy
you do
shit.
like realize like fuck niggas and fuck boys are more emotional than they are masculine
Listen, they be on some bullshit.
because they are feminine and not masculine.
They be playing games. Ain't
They
nobody got
require attention as
be
opposed
playing
to giving attention.
time. They be on some bullshit.
Correct. But that's what I'm saying. Like we have to learn, like we have to understand like where these terms come from. And there's so the same thing that they call toxic masculinity is the same thing that a police officer is being heralded for when he saves somebody. The same thing that a man goes to the army is the same reason he's a hero. The same reason that the fireman comes and drags everybody out the house is the same thing that makes him toxic. Like you can't, if there's toxic masculinity, then we got to start pushing toxic femininity, and that's not the case
Women
because
be
it's
on
not.
some bullshit too. too.
Correct, but we ain't calling it toxic femininity.
They be on
A lot of
some-
times people move. They really push the whole feminist
right
movement.
And
That's
I ain't
the
no
issue.
goddamn feminist either. Fuck all that bullshit. Oh,
See,
don't play with me.
Me personally, I would say that I am a feminist, but what I'm a feminist about is equal rights on both sides, because that's what feminism is about. It's about
Is
men.
it really?
It initially started off as equality,
Okay.
but it's been overcorrected.
Right.
So there's a lot of stuff, like there's a lot of things like you'll hold a man accountable for, but let the woman do the exact same. Okay, for instance, the teacher that was just down here that just had a 13-year-old son. Okay, and they're ready to put him on child support, and she gets to keep the baby and doesn't go to jail. But flip that shit.
I don't know what story is
With
that.
that,
I don't know.
I
I don't
never
know what
heard
story
no
that
shit
is.
like that.
Oh, really? Y'all
Yeah, because I be on it. So
Hold on, let me show you.
yeah, because I don't be
You
knowing.
said a teacher had a 13-year-old son.
That's nasty. She need to go to jail. Why she ain't in jail? Why her whole ass ain't in jail? And I bet you she white. Bet you she white.
Oh, she had sex with a 13-year-old.
And
She married
March
Kayla Turno
1st,
type
Serrano gave birth to a baby boy after she admitted to having sex with a 13-year-old. The mother of the
shit.
victim.
Why she ain't in jail?
Wait,
They literally, man.
See, white. I already knew it.
I clearly think she's like Hispanic.
Yeah, same thing. We already had
it's
this conversation.
It's not.
We just had this
No,
conversation.
it's
John.
not. Hispanics is closer to black than they is closer
No, they
Caucasian.
not. Tell them. Tell them that. Say that. Tell them that.
I just
And
said that.
I guarantee you they ain't gonna say they black. I guarantee you.
Actually, a lot of them really do, and they understand that.
No, they don't.
They really do understand that they do come from
No, they don't.
black history.
They don't.
You know, within that community, there's a lot of issues around that about accepting being black. They don't even want to claim.
They don't want to claim blackness.
In their own community,
Right.
there's a lot of different
They do not
Afro
wanna-
Latinas or Latinas who talk about that. I think just recently, who was interviewed that talked about that? What is her name? The actress. She was in 7 Pounds, I think.
7 pounds.
She was
Ain't that
in
the Will Smith movie?
Yeah.
Hold on.
I can't think of her name.
What's it? Zoe Saldana?
No. I saw her in an interview and she was talking
Gina Rodriguez?
about being Afro Latina and how in that community.
Rosario Dawson?
Rosario Dawson.
Okay, but she claims blackness.
She
That's the
claims
thing.
Afro Latina, but
Right.
she talks about how her in the community. Like
There's a
they
difference.
don't-
There's a
Well,
difference.
a lot
between-
of the okay,
but a
so-
lot of them
don't
don't
wanna claim that.
A lot
They
of
don't.
a
But
lot of them
it's the
don't.
same-
I don't know the whole
It does-
but I
it-
do know that I was listening to someone who is in that community
Right.
who said that is a problem.
But they are also and have been told for I mean it's the same thing.
Who telling them? Because a lot. Which
hold
one?
on.
Which
Just
one?
like Hispanics is treated the exact same way as what we was. It's a form of self-hate to tell you that you came from nothing and treat you like you are nothing and that everyone is against you. The only actual race that is out here that has never been taught to hate other people and is about as pure can be before they come to the U.S. literally is like Asians. All Latino culture has literally been told to basically hate everything and everyone else that is not of them. Just like in our culture, we are taught self-hate, which is why so much black on black crime happens.
I'm not sure I understood your comment about Asians, but
No, I said the only culture that the Caucasian man has not been able to penetrate and teach self-hate and to hate other races is Asians.
I don't know about that hate other races part, because if you go over to China, go to other place, especially a black person.
No, they love black people.
Lie.
Oh, they
That is not the
Lie, but let's continue
we go
because
to-
if you
I've
go
been
down to Japan, you go down there, they be like, if you
I-
look like me,
I will say this because
okay.
I
as
I
a
am not
woman-
an expert on
as a
all
woman,
all
it
this
is
different
no,
conversation,
if
but
you're-
I know people.
No,
I
I'll
from
agree with her.
people who
As
go
a
to other-
black woman or any woman, period, especially in Japan, Y'all are looked at way below the level class of a man. So that's not a black thing. That's just a woman thing.
No,
because you got to remember,
I know
up
people
until
who have
30
traveled.
years ago, they were literally killing. If your firstborn was a daughter, they killed that child until you had a boy.
Right, I understand that, but when it comes to like black culture, when you go, especially because in Asian countries, a lot of times they don't see a lot of black people in person. All they know is what they see on television or whatever. So when most people that I know who have gone in those countries, they have bad experiences as black people because they're gawked at, they're treated different ways, they touching on them. It's not they're in love
Yeah,
with
because
them.
they don't see them.
Right.
And
But
everybody, most of us
very-
are taller than them, which is like, again, when I went over there, it was.
Where did you go? Did you go to Japan or China?
I was actually in oh my god, how the hell did I just lose? My brother's about to go right
there's
now.
so many different.
Yeah, there is.
You know,
It's
Asian countries.
fuck. Where the hell they got all the call centers at?
You mean in
Oh,
India?
you know about India?
No, not India. It's actually in Asia.
Oh, the Philippines?
Philippines.
Okay.
Philippines. So I haven't made it to Japan and
Now
Hong
the Philippines,
Kong, but
I
everybody
think it's
says
different.
the same
I think
thing.
it's a different. I think it's different. I think it's more like China,
No.
Japan. I've never been.
So
I'm just
my-
saying
my
people,
boy-
other
so
people.
the
I'm not an
Philippines-
expert, so I'm not.
So
I'm not
the
an expert to
Philippines
talk
were
on this, but I'm just talking about
colonized
from people.
by the Spaniards.
Right.
That's why they have Spanish, a lot of Spanish
Right.
last names, and so their main language is Tagalog. So if you listen to Tagalog, sounds like Spanish, very fucking fast Spanish, right? So there are literally like Filipinos that look just like you and I. They literally like don't get acknowledged, don't get recognized, don't get nothing. A lot of the times, especially in the Asian culture, whitewashing is a thing. Like they literally represent like whiteness to the T. Like if you look like you or I or Bailey, you will not get recognized. And a lot, but that's like in Asian culture.
Well, that's
period.
yeah, in India it's like that too. That's
Yeah.
why a lot of you see a lot of
like
move here.
bleaching
They
is
get more
a
opportunity.
thing.
They still have the caste system there.
Bleaching is a thing.
It's a thing in Africa too. They
is-
bleach in Africa.
Big
That's a
thing
whole
in the
nother thing.
Caribbean,
But
all over in
how
Japan.
we get into this? I want to talk about sex.
Yeah, how we
one
get
day.
back to? We need to get back to
Because
the
it's
sex.
a whole thing, and you still haven't named me that person, John. Name me that person. I ain't
person?
forgot that one person that has the same excess as Cardi B, a female, a dark skinned black woman. That is
told you.
actually no, you
Meg Thee
didn't.
Stallion.
No, who had the same trajectory, who's been a stripper and came from the strip club to mainstream success the way that Cardi B has.
As a woman, as a female artist, we can't do that because there's only a few of them. You can literally name them from starting all the way back, going to MC Light, Queen Latifah.
All those are legends, John, and they ain't never been no strip club.
That's what
They ain't been-
But that's what I'm saying. That is a very new, like last 10 years situation.
Not even Nicki Minaj was a stripper. So
Again, we're speaking on a situation.
Megan Thee Stallion
She is
never
the
was a stripper.
first female stripper and
No.
artist
No, you're
that
actually
come
incorrect.
into the game and be as
Cash
big as
Doll
she is.
was a stripper. Cash Doll was a stripper.
But she's not as big as Cardi B.
Exact. Thank you. You just proved my point. That's what I'm saying.
No. What I'm saying,
You just proved my point. So,
women
again,
women
Cash
are
Doll,
able
it
to
was-
speak
became was a
sexually
stripper,
and be very much
and
open with their sexuality and
Cash
music
Doll was
since
a
Foxy
stripper.
Brown and Little Kim.
Yeah,
none
but
of
it's
those-
still,
none of
even
those
like
women that
Meg
you
Thee
just-
Stallion and all of them, I feel like they're still like many times I see posts and different things, and they're scrutinized way more than male
women-
rappers
right.
who do the same fucking thing. And
Right.
let's just be honest,
Right.
in that industry is still a male dominated industry, and women who who come out the same way.
We have to be honest though.
And again, colorism plays a huge part in why Cardi B has the same
Okay,
push.
but let's be
Again,
real. No. Let's be
No,
real.
again.
Name a female white rapper.
There is nobody white.
That's what I said.
There is
Like, we
nobody-
don't have, there's not enough, women have not
No.
been in the culture of rap music
If you
as long
if you
and
give-
as successful.
If you ask a male rapper, right, who's their top 5, their number 1 rapper, I guarantee you all of them are going to say Eminem, right?
No, they're not.
Yes, they
Niggas
are.
hate Eminem.
Well, I don't.
They
even
gonna say
fuck with them.
Jay-Z, Tupac.
I just
Biggie.
watched on Revolt. I just watched on Revolt that they had a round table of like some top rappers in the industry, and they gave their top 50, and Eminem was in top 5. So again,
But that was
we're
with one rapper.
right. But again, what I'm saying is, John, you cannot say that colorism doesn't play a part in why Cardi B has that success, because again, she cannot rap. She literally is an entertainer. She's not an MC.
That's the number one reason why most
She's not
women have not made it in the music industry throughout this entire time. Rap, I'm 43 years old. Rap is like 6-7 years older than me. It's too new. And women have been in it less than that. And the 6 women that have been Little Kim was the first highly successful rap female artist. The second behind her now was Nicki Minaj. The third, Cardi B. Those are the top 3 successful female artists to ever be in the music industry. Now, we can talk about the Queen Latifahs, the MC Lights, the Missy Elliott's, but they have not been as big and transformational as those 3 women have in the music industry itself. So Cardi B, where she's at, it is just that.
But she's only had 1 album, John.
But no, it doesn't matter how many. You got to understand, she started off in TV, Love and Hip Hop. They built a whole brand around this woman.
She started on Vine, and then she worked her
Correct.
way
But she made it to Love and Hip Hop, which
Right.
is where everybody fell in love with her personality.
Right.
And then she dropped Bodak Yellow, and then
Right.
she dropped that album.
Right.
So it's not the fact of what she represented or who she is. She actually was the first time that a woman had the voice of the women in the streets and the clubs and the strip clubs and the nightlife.
I don't agree
that
with
other
you, John.
women
I think
could
colorism
literally
plays
be
a
like,
huge
I've
part
been there.
I think colorism plays a huge part in the reason why she gets all this recognition.
I don't.
Because again,
I can't say that I can agree
you're
with
a
that.
black man. You don't have the same experience as me as a black woman. And
No,
I'm
my
telling you,
experience is way worse than
you're-
you.
No.
Black
John.
men have it so
We're-
much harder than a black woman.
Are you serious right now? Are
Who-
we about to go there?
Who goes to prison more, men or women? Black men or black women?
John.
No. Answer that question.
Who's on the bottom of the totem pole as far as colorism is concerned?
Again,
Again,
on the
black
bottom.
women.
Correct.
We are the
as
bottom
a
of the
black
totem
man,
pole.
I would prefer to be on the bottom of the black totem pole than the top of the black totem pole.
You are preferred. You're the preferred preference, John.
Prefer preference for what? To go to jail? To
No.
get felonies?
get fucked.
To get to get killed? Everything.
You are the top prize. Like, again, speaking from somebody that is dark skinned,
But
fat,
we
black,
are
tall.
as a
I have all of the
as a
the
black
bottom of the totem
man,
pole.
I am on the top of if the world is a lion, I'm the number 1 gazelle. Black men are targeted more than anything else in the world for everything negative. Name 5 positive things that they give to black men. I can give you one. More black men are actually involved in their children's life than any other race on this world. And they don't even tell you that. So when we want to talk statistics, no. Statistically speaking, the black man is the enemy number 1. That's why they shoot us first, ask questions later.
And
we
black
get
women
killed.
don't get that target on their back too.
Okay, let's compare.
Black
Just
women
in the-
don't have that target on our back.
Let's go in just the last 5 years alone. How many black women have been killed compared to black men for no reason?
Look at what happened with Meg Thee Stallion, John. Look at what happened with Meg Thee Stallion and when she got
Correct.
shot.
Look at what happened to Meg Thee Stallion. I love to have this conversation. I actually did a podcast on it. It's a damn shame that her girlfriend pled the fifth, made a whole goddamn plea before she testified, and then refused to give full testimony because it was incriminate her, because at the end of the day, the forensics came back. She had more gunpowder on her hand than Tory Lanez did.
And you know why she had more gunpowder on her?
Because she's the one that shot. Every witness said it was her and Meg Thee Stallion actually fighting. Every witness said that, including the key witness. The only thing that really got on Tory Lanez was him on the phone calling from the police saying, I'm sorry. Which at the end of the day, his sorry is, I'm sorry I fucked your best friend. I'm sorry we went through this shit. I'm sorry I came to the party. He didn't say, I'm sorry for shooting you. Her own best friend made a whole plea to not testify the truth because it incriminates her. Nobody else did that.
I don't know the whole.
Oh, they got the whole transcript.
Like this conversation y'all have. I thought we was gonna talk about our sex expo that we have every year.
That's what I'm like. I don't know how this got to a black and white thing, but it's like
we have a melanated sex expo. We had the very first one in February. And it was amazing. We brought Sir Marvelous, who is the sensual BDSM from New York. It was
amazing.
We had black-owned businesses as vendors. We also had a truck. We had a truck that did HIV testing on site, which was amazing because a lot of black people that came out said that they never got tested before. So that so we were very proud in that. And we talked about many different topics around sex and sexuality, and it was people of color. It was us, black people, who were having those conversations. We talked about LGBTQ and allyship. Yes. We talked about ethical non-monogamy, how more and more black people are looking at those options, polyamory.
I got a question along those lines.
Sure.
History or story period, biblically speaking, do you feel that is the way of the original man and the way that it is? Because I've noticed that too, and I've been having that conversation with so many people, and actually, probably 90% of my guests are either currently polygamist or interested in polygamy. Do you think
polygamy or polyamory or
polygamy? Because most women,
like, they're getting married they're having multiple husbands.
So it's usually one man with multiple women.
Well, polygamy is like the main thing.
So I can speak on this. I am polygynist, right? Mm-hmm. My soon to be husband, and I want a sister wife, and so we are looking for a sister wife. I desire to be married. And so the reason why I decided to become polygynist is for political reasons, right? So that's my reason.
You say political reasons?
But political, right? I'm very pro-black in my stance. So
as you can see from all these conversations,
right, very pro-black, and I don't make no apologies for it.
This is the thing. There's nothing to be apologized for because this is the thing. Every black person in this world is pro-black.
No, there's a lot of coons out here that be acting up, that need to be kicked out.
I don't think everybody. I'm gonna tell you what I'm finding when it comes to poly and stuff like that. This is the reason why I think more people are just saying ethical non-monogamy. Because
it's less judged.
No, it's not about being less judged, because I feel like lines get blurred. You have a lot of people who say they're polyamorous, which means poly means many loves.
Correct, which is both men and women is open on both sides. Right,
but then you also have some people that they just want to just go fuck around.
And that's
I know, but what I'm finding is those lines get blurred between poly and
so in the younger crowd,
swinging a lot of times,
in the younger with this younger generation, what I'm seeing is they want to call themselves poly because basically they just want to fuck. Whereas when you look,
poly is really not always. If you really understand, like we went to a polyamorous convention called the Southwest Love Fest in Tucson, and we taught a class on sex toys for solo, couple, and group play. But when it really opened my eyes more about what polyamory is. A lot of people are jumping into ethical non-monogamy and not educating themselves because they, like you said, their mindset is they want to fuck.
The sex.
Right, but whereas, if it's just for the sex, that's more swinging than poly.
Correct. It's more.
So, but the lines are getting blurred nowadays.
Because polygyny and polygyny are more based off of your last name. You're actually building something. You're creating a legacy. Right. You're making sure that your last name goes and grows. And then what you're also doing is you're creating a tight knit. So this is what people don't understand. They use these words as it takes a village. Well, look at every village in the world. Every village in the world has a few men, multiple women, and then quadruple children. Those 6 women are married to those 2 men. But those 2 men are providing every way. They're the ones killing the food. They're the ones running the farms. They're the ones making sure those kids, teaching the boys how to be boys, and the men turning into men and things such as that. So when they say it takes a village, that village is a bunch of women raising the children while the men are doing what men are supposed to be doing. But in the current society we live in today, people are using that as a form of, let me just go fuck whoever I want to, whenever I want to, not making children, like not creating a legacy.
But some people in polyamory are creating, they'll have a polycule, they'll have like their, they'll have their partners, but then their partners may date other people or be with other people.
Polygyny.
But see, that's totally different because
right, that's polyamory.
And there's also a difference in that because you have a true masculine man who 9 times out of 10 is not sharing his woman, and then you have a feminine man who she's out sleeping with whoever she wants to. So like when she ends up pregnant, it's literally like, whose baby is this?
So why did you start it off with a masculine man and a feminine man?
Because feminine men are the only ones that share their women. And most of them also sleep with the same guy that their girlfriend is sleeping with.
So in saying that, then what's acceptable for you only is that a man who has multiple women, but the women can't be with other men.
No, I'm not saying that they can't, because people can do it.
But you gave them a label of being feminine and masculine. So my question is, that to me, that seems like you're projecting your own feelings around that.
It's not projecting the feelings.
You're more masculine if you look at
your partner, if you look at polyamory and where both sides are sleeping around, they don't last long. They go through a lot of different mates.
That's not always true. But a lot of that is because people are not educating themselves and they just out here just doing what they want to do.
Can I go, sis?
If you understand, but if you understand polyamory and really, live it truly and learn it and educate yourself in it, there are thriving relationships in polyamory, and it doesn't make the man feminine or masculine.
I did a whole series on that where I got like 4 different couples, which I still keep up with even to this day. Mm-hmm. One of them is actually like, they were actually married, like a husband and a wife, right? And even like right now, they're going through their issue, but all the boyfriends and all the girlfriends, all gone.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying that's what happens, but just based off of sample sizes and doing it, like,
it depends on the communication and understanding and the education. It really does.
And that was the whole...
I'm not saying that it can't work, but monogamous relationships go through a lot of shit too. Because they don't communicate or educate. So I don't.
That is the biggest thing for me is communication. So like, even on my podcast here, when guys call in and it's like, oh, I'm cheating on my girl. How about you actually have a conversation with your woman? You realize that if you converse with your woman and have a real conversation, you might actually find out that she's okay with what you're talking about, what you're doing, the lifestyle that you're basically you're involving your woman into a lifestyle that she doesn't even realize she's a part of.
Right.
And you're also putting your relationship at risk.
Cheating. That ain't no poly.
Correct. So for me, I have no ball in any field. Mm-hmm. People can do whatever they want to. They can live however they want. I'm not here to judge anyone one way or the other. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. Like people when they come and they do with the religion. You do whatever your relationship with God is between you and God. I ain't got no qualms with what you do or how you do it. Live your life, be free. I just want people to be happy and then understand what they're doing and not be walking around creating trauma for other people. Because the world we live in today is full of a lot of trauma, a lot of hate, a lot of anger, a lot of bitterness. Like everything that I do, well, even like tonight, it's supposed to be for education, so that people can truly understand things, so they can grow within themselves and hopefully share themselves with their partner or whoever it is they're with or may come into contact with, in order for them to truly find their happiness, their enlightenment, their piece of the pie. You know, some people aren't great parents, but they want kids. Well, maybe you should educate yourself on your children, you know, and figure out how you're going to do that. Your partner, make sure you know who you're like. Does your partner understand like who a man is and how a man is? And then do you understand who a woman is and how a woman works? Right? Because y'all are jumping into relationships, but you may not even understand who you truly are. And because you don't understand who you truly are, you got these horrible expectations that unfortunately people can never live up to. Sex is one of the biggest things in this world that people thrive off of, that people go through, that make or even break people's relationships. So sex education is like huge. And school tells you about the birds and the bees, but does it tell you who you are? Oh no, they my son's about to go through it.
They about to teach it here in Arizona?
They teach you what sex is and how to protect yourself, but that's about it. Well, now they got the dolls, because now it's the boys and the boys and the girls and the girls and the boys on the girls and the boys and the boys and the girls on the girls. It's a whole different situation. These kids, schools for kids today is not that great. It's kind of stressful, it sounds.
You wanted to say something, sis?
Oh no.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, because like I said, when John was talking about that, I was going to mention King Noir and Jasmine, because they're poly.
Yeah, well, I guess my whole thing is, I guess I know people who are in poly relationships, and their female partners are they date outside and they've been together 20 some years and so on and so forth. I don't think that makes them feminine, because their partner dates other people and then they date outside, but they have their own, their relationship, and their whole concept is that, they want their partner to experience pleasure and be happy, and they don't feel intimidated that their partner may find, love or relationship outside of their relationship, and they're still thriving and raising families and doing whatever. But again, you find, yes, there's a lot of people, if they come in for false reasons, or they're not fully educated, or they're not being honest, then yeah, you're going to have breakups and problems and issues. But that doesn't mean that it can't work.
I didn't say it can't work.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, people are going to do what makes them happy, 100%. It's just something, I think that some things in life, people are they're trying and they are experimenting with, and we are currently in a culture where certain things are, because it's like it's the new thing to do, it's the it thing, so they're just going with it.
But if you're doing it as the it thing and you're not being true and honest with yourself, because you have to ask yourself, can you even do that? Like, can I share my partner with somebody else? And if you can't, then you need to be honest, and then you can. Don't be in a relationship with somebody, like, because what I also find a lot of times is like, well, I might as well be, because he gonna cheat anyway, or they gonna cheat anyway. If that's not what you want, then don't be in that type of relationship.
If monogamy is truly what you want,
then go for a monogamous relationship. Don't be with somebody because, well, he gonna do it anyway, so I might as well be with him, or she gonna do it anyway. But I don't feel like a man is feminine because a feminine man because his partner is with somebody. Actually, I mean, to me, a lot of times I feel like that's a very secure person to be able to live that lifestyle and do that and still thrive and have a great relationship with their partner. I've seen it. So
I mean, I've seen it too, but I've been around those men too, and they're not the most respected man in the circle of men.
But is that because of perception, or is it because of how they are living, or how they are, what they're saying behind closed doors? Or
No,
whatever?
because it's like, okay, so for
They're not respected in
I'm not gonna
circle
say
because
his
they're
name,
allowing
but
their
just
partner to date outside.
no,
of
because
the
before anybody even knew that happened, like just in the group of men, this particular man was not like he was the one we talked the most shit to. He was the one that got picked on. He was the simp of the group. And it wasn't, we probably was friends with this guy 15, 20 years before it was ever realized that he was sharing his woman with other men. But then that's where it's like, oh, okay, now it kind of makes sense. That's your personality.
I've met men who I don't get that vibe from them,
I've met men that are very, very alpha. Like you know what I'm saying. Like Sir, for an example, he likes.
We don't use names here. Let people stay anonymous.
No, Sir talks about it all the time. Sir likes having his woman. He likes watching his woman having sex with other men. He doesn't see anything wrong with that. And he's very masculine. So I don't know.
He needs to come be on this podcast.
Who, Sir?
Yes. Send him this way.
But
because he just talked about it on Samaya's podcast.
oh, okay.
Again, I put everything on here.
Yeah. But maybe, and maybe that could be your perception because of the person that you're around, that been around for years. But that doesn't necessarily make all men that way, just because they're poly. It's just a lot of times it's philosophy. Like we're all raised differently, different philosophy,
Different backgrounds,
different backgrounds,
different things. Correct.
And some things like they can be in a loving relationship with someone and still.
That's why I put everybody on
going
here so everybody can speak their piece and show who they are and whether it. Because again,
and be very secure.
this is a no judgment zone.
Yeah.
This is
should be
100% satire, fun, and pushing whatever it is that you do in life. Yeah. Because regardless, at the end of the month, there'll be about 100,000 people that's going to see this podcast between all the different ones, right? You may have 30% of people that agree with you and 60%, 70% that don't agree with you. But then the next month, it could be the total opposite and it can switch, right? So that's why at the end of the day, I allow everybody to come on here. You could be a devil worshiper for all I care. Come sit your ass on the couch, speak your piece, because there's somebody else that is on the same page as you.
Yeah. Well, I will tell you this. I do see more and more, like even here in Arizona, I'm starting to see more and more, and it's mainly because I'm seeking it out because this is the industry that I'm in. But I'm seeing more and more people of color, Black people, that are being more open about their, sexuality, sexual preference, what they like to do, and we applaud that because that's our whole purpose, is to provide safe spaces for people to be able to have those conversations, get educated, and find their tribe. That's really what we do.
And going into my old man years, the golden years of life, I can definitely think about this. In 1995, these conversations were taboo. Mm-hmm. Here we are in 2023, and these conversations can happen on a regular basis. People's sexuality is something that can be expressed in any and every single way possible. And there's still a little bit of judgment, but for the most part, this has become something that people just endure and trust. And that's why I say, just based off of what I've seen and the fact that I've traveled, like I've seen 47 of 50 states. Mm-hmm. I've been out of the United States of America. And I have a lot of conversations with a lot of people for the last 20 plus years to be exact. And it's not uncommon for these conversations to have, have you guys been to Dallas?
No.
Yes, I've been to Dallas.
So they just had a whole Black Expo where it was an outdoor situation. I definitely need to get you guys in touch with the people. It's Black only. And that's just it. Your toys, clothes, merch, even just you guys going to speak, they're pulling you in 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No
What's
cost.
the name of that expo?
I'll get you guys the
Yeah,
information.
let me know.
Yeah.
Name of that, because we met some people at the Poly group, and they do Dallas has a big Poly event for people of color. We just connected with them.
And see, this ain't even about poly. This is just any black business, whether it's everything. And that's just it. They want everything because they put from the face painting to whether you create jewelry to you a quilter to sex toys to all.
Connect us.
They want all of those different things, and it's what it is. It's like a
like
black only networking situation,
And
but
I
they
love to
actually
hear it.
travel from city to city to city because we want them to come to Arizona.
It's like Archwood.
Yeah, the crazy part about it is, again, as you know, there's not the black community here doesn't stick together too much.
Well, we're less than 10% out here.
Yeah.
In the population.
Yeah. So, which is why I feel like we should stick together more.
What did I say? Secure. What did we say? Secure in the bag. It's like we need to come together and help each other, support each other. I really feel like all of us everybody has different talents, and we can all support each other, pull each other up. And I think there's strength in numbers. A lot of these other communities outside of the black community, that's what they do. They have that dollar power. They own properties and buildings and different things, and they do all their quinceañeras and things together and have, you know what I'm saying?
And that's
we
what
get
makes
shut out.
yeah.
And so we need cooperative economics in our community that we can come together and support each other and our businesses, and so we can grow. And Arizona is growing. More and more people are moving here.
So this is what people
all that stuff.
I moved
so
here.
we don't have to go to Atlanta and be like, well, Atlanta popping, we can make Phoenix pop.
I moved here in 2011 knowing that by the end of 2024, $62.3 billion worth of tech companies were moving here. So regardless, this is going to become, it already is becoming the hub of the world for tech. And all of the companies that were in Silicon Valley have moved here. And guess what? They move the people here that come with it. And people chase the money. So yeah, like right now we're seeing like an economic boom is getting a little expensive here. But it's going to level back off because what's going to happen is we're the fastest growing county in the U.S. for like 5-6 years straight. Well, guess what? By the end of next year, it's going to stop. Done. It's not going to grow anymore because all of those different companies aren't going to keep jumping on and being here. Plus, again, we're already outgrowing the grid here. So regardless, they're going to stop the growth here because they absolutely have to without blacking us out and shutting the whole city down. So as the black community, like obviously you guys know Fleek and where they're at. And like I said, I know the owner of the studio there and all, I know a lot of people here of influential. And again, I come from being in the music industry. So I know everybody from top to bottom, not including the fact that people don't even know I have family members in the music industry where the top artists out of St. Louis. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of influence and there's a lot of culture within the black, a lot of black money.
Out of that scarcity mindset. I think that's the issue too, is that scarcity mindset. A lot of times people hold it for themselves, like I gotta get it,
and that's why. So that's why I'm here.
Mindset because there's enough for everybody.
I'm here to help everybody get to the. Again, I come from a situation where, as a young black man, then coming up, no one gave a chance. No one said, "Oh, there's the little guy. Let's put them on a larger platform. Let's put them somewhere where people can hear from them and see them and see what's actually going on." That is my entire thing. Is we should all be coming together. I'm not in I don't sit here and say I'm the number one podcast for this and then don't go watch their No. We all need to be coming together and doing this all the way around the book, which is why I don't have the victimization thought process of like I'm a nigga that comes from the streets. I went to prison. I've got out of prison. I work in corporate. I run the business to business side of Adobe. Okay. everything that they say works against you, well, I've defied the odds and told you, actually, it doesn't. The moment that I changed my thought process, my mindset, and just did the work, everything has changed. The moment I decided to start an LLC and learn what it is to run a business, how to create a business, how to get your tax ID number, make sure you do your taxes, make sure you create products. And I teach other people to do this exact same thing, and more than half of them for free. And how to build your brand and take yourself to the next level. And if you're black, I'm going to help you before I help anyone else. So it's these conversations that actually need to happen. It's these platforms where we need to come together and literally be like, OMG is going on No Cap Reacts on Friday. They're going here on Saturday. They're going to, and it's a network, and we all band together and we do that. And we do that for each other over and over and over again until it's like, okay, cool. Arizona's got us. Now we're going to LA and we're going to do the exact same thing in LA. Cool. Now we're going to go to Texas and we're going to do the exact same thing in Texas until we become the next coming of Black Wall Street. And it can happen, but the first thing we have to do is stop pointing the finger at each other and constantly being in competition and just work together. Mm-hmm. So that's where I come from and say
collaboration over competition.
Correct. It's super simple, but people would rather sit around and argue and be in competition with other people or prove their point. Where it's like, what are you proving your point for? Like, I'm on the same team you on. But what's the name of y'all's toys again?
Our website is omgoddesses, GODDESSES.com. And we are bedroom candy consultants. So that's the line that we talk about because they're high quality. It's Black owned. Candy Burris from Real Housewives of Atlanta and the singing group Escape. And but we're also an organization where we have events when we try to do sexy, fun events. So our next event that we're having is June 10th at the Elks. We are having a dungeon naughty bingo. So it'll be like BDSM education, BDSM style. And we're going to play naughty bingo. So definitely. Hold on. Yes.
Elaborate on what naughty bingo is.
So we play the game. We play bingo, but we do it with a little twist. We have some little nasty little sayings. Nobody says the word bingo or you get spanked. And we have some people that constantly say it because they want to get spanked. So y'all getting out ass whoopings too? Huh?
You giving out a little spanking, little ass whoopings too?
So we do a little spanking. And the attire for this event is sexy. I already got my outfit. I'm about to be real hot in this one.
You say SpongeBob.
No, she not. She gonna dress sexy.
Hold on. What's SpongeBob though? Elaborate on what SpongeBob
is. Playing.
I'm gonna wear my Daria t-shirt and some leggings and call it a day.
She gonna be sexy too because this is our event and we gonna dress sexy because we want y'all to be sexy.
She gonna dress sexy. I'm gonna be in my Daria
t-shirt.
So
we are going to and then we do have a couple of vendors. We have a vendor that because we look 420 friendly, so we have some vendors there. And we also have a massage therapist there as well. And we also have
Are you looking for other vendors?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, you guys heard it here first. They are looking for other vendors.
You can go to our website and join where it says join our VIP list. You can join it and then put in there that you want to be a vendor. Or you can DM us on our IG and our Facebook, OM Goddesses 20. And also we have a podcast. And that one is at OM Goddesses 20 on YouTube. And we talk about all different things. Of course, we always bring sex into it. But we brought some really amazing guests on. Definitely, Bailey, you'll have to come on to our podcast and
bring me up. I'm always open.
Definitely come on. We talk about a lot of different things. We also do our little therapy session beforehand and just talk about. And we always do a spicy bag. So we talk about some toys. A lot of different topics. And if you also want to be on our podcast too, definitely reach out to us. If you'd like to talk about sex, that's one of my favorite topics to talk about.
So, I have quite a few people that I can actually send you because I've had 4 or 5 porn stars on here.
Oh wow!
I've had 3 strippers on here. I had a lot of people that's actually in the sex work industry.
Yeah, we did. We had we did a podcast on sex work is work. We did a podcast on the business of sex. We actually had
the longest running business in the world.
Yeah, well, because a lot of people have OnlyFans and stuff like that, and they don't realize that they're strippers. You are a brand. You are a business. And so we wanted to bring somebody on to talk about that, and she is a CPA.
Hold on. No, the reason that I say that is because I said the same thing. Okay,
yes,
so when I told you earlier, like I literally have a entertainment marketing and we manage. You know how many women don't understand that I've had these conversations where it's like, you're not branding yourself.
Right.
You are freely going onto your Instagram and doing it, but there is no brand associated with you.
Or even if you're going into a strip club,
there's no logo.
How do you stand out from all these other strippers? Or you got an OnlyFans. How do you build upon that and grow? Because you can only be able to strip for so long. So how do you change that? And then how do you even? There's the other thing. You got a business. How do you make 6-7 streams of income from just that one business?
Easy. And I can teach you how to do it.
Right. How do you create some residual income? All these different things that you should be doing, because you ain't gonna have that body forever.
You wanna come work for me?
You ain't gonna be a stripper forever. You don't want to be a stripper.
You want to come work with me? I need a partner. Because look, this is the thing, and I think it's because I'm a man, and I say it where it's like, I need a female where it's like, will you just tell her this is all you got to do? Like, you could be making so much more money. You could actually have a brand. As a matter of fact, let me teach you how to LLC your actual name and your stage name. Yeah. So whatever they put your name on, they got to pay you for it.
Right.
Every single move you make, you get paid for. Nothing goes into your personal name anymore. If your government name is registered as a business, instead of you putting your social down, you put your tax ID, and it's the same amount of numbers. The difference is they're paying your business. It's now a business-to-business transaction.
Now you can get some business credit.
Thank you. And then go register yourself on DMB and make sure that you can do that. And then you get and register on NAV to keep up with what your DMB is doing. And then let me show you how to open up a business account.
And that's important that a lot of people don't understand that they are. So I had this conversation. This is so funny. So my kid, I remember one time told me that they were, and I'm saying they because they are non-binary. They were telling me that they wanted to be a stripper. And so I'm a non-traditional mom. I was like, no. I was like, okay, so you gonna be a stripper? Okay, so what's your niche? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Because don't be out here like everybody else. They ended up not doing that. But now, like, they just moved out of state, and it's like 5 or 6 of them living in a house. I say, okay, y'all need to create a content house and be, you know what I'm saying? Talk about community living.
These
and
cameras
all this
shobe in every corner.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like, and my kid is looking at me. I'm like, so I do this all the time, and they be like, Mom, you do this all the time. I'm like, because you are a business, you are a brand. You on TikTok all day long doing videos and stuff. Create a content house. Y'all talking about fixing up this house that y'all in. Create some money and let people pay you to fix your house.
And literally, it could be like from 2 to 6 o'clock. This is y'all gonna do y'all's thing. From 6 to 10 o'clock, let them do their thing.
Right.
From 10 to 2 a.m. y'all. And if y'all keep breaking this up and doing it like that, what you're gonna realize is your stream is making money nonstop, and now you have these different segments. And what happens is after the first year of doing that, now y'all can start creating your own channel where you can do different content, and now you have 2 different streams of income. And then after a year of that, then you create your clips channel. Now you have 3 streams of income on top of what you actually do in life. So if you are a stripper or OnlyFans, there's your 4th stream of income. And then now you go into, well, obviously you're going to start getting booked for hostings. Now, it's a continuous cycle, but you have to build yourself up. Yeah. And as you build yourself and you do that, what you're going to realize is time is going to fly by. And boom, I made $600,000 this year. Oh my God. How did that happen? Well, that's how that happens.
Right.
It's not going to happen off of just one thing.
Right. But you can take that one thing that you're absolutely good at or that you love to do, and you can find multiple streams of income with it. And, you know, it's just a matter of sitting there and just really like figuring out what you're really good at or what you like to talk about, what you like to do, and figure out how you can make money. That's what people are doing. This younger generation too, a lot of them are like, you know, they're creating their own pathway, their own way, and creating their own business and making hella money. I'm like, I never even thought to do that.
Okay, so here's my question. Mm-hmm. How in the hell did y'all meet?
Me and Kiki?
Yeah.
Kiki, so Bedroom Candy, it's not that many of us here in Arizona. So by the way, if anybody wants to be a Bedroom Candy consultant, definitely connect with us. Because here, especially here in anywhere.
Do they accept men?
Yes.
Because I'll sell the hell of some sex
Yes,
toys.
yes. And it's not a lot of men. I think one of our top salesmen lives here. Yeah. And he doesn't do, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not that many men.
There's no competition
in the industry, in this business. And in Arizona, it's wide open. Like if you go some other places, it might be a little bit more saturated. Here in Arizona, it's wide open. And Kiki and I are also looking to put together some things to like whoever is on our team that we can collaborate and do some things and build our businesses together and always refer people back to the people that invited them and things like that. So if you're interested in Bedroom Candy, definitely reach out to omgoddesses.com. Join our VIP list and let us know that you're interested, and we will follow up with you. And we'll make it fun, and we'll help you and support you. It's an opportunity to be in business.
Approximately how much does it cost to get involved in?
$19. You can start.
Is it $19? Yeah, so as little as $19 and up to like $249, or you can get started.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
and the cool thing with people think that we're just about toys, but we're more than that. That's like about 30% of the business.
Yeah, 30%
we have
of our
bath
business
and body
is sex
products.
toys. We have some. I'm gonna let you.
Get them little, you brought out these plastic bags. I need you to pull this shit out these bags, lady.
Yeah, we got great men products too. This is the one that whenever we show this for men, immediately they don't want to come to our table because they see the toys and then
they see the dicks
we have them come
run.
and then we have them. We rub the bath and body products on them and they immediately buy them. We have one gentleman she's gonna have you try it. We have one gentleman who's a plumber. And he always finds us to buy our arrows.
Because he's literally out there slanging pipe.
But, right. You know what's so funny about that, too? Not too long ago, it was Hug a Plumber Day or something. And so I tagged him. And he was like, yeah, you know I'm out there swinging that pipe. And I was like, but he loves our products because it has shea butter in it. And our products are vegan and
I'm gonna let you try.
They're paraben free. So yeah, rub that on your hands. But he loves it because
just
Arizona
rub it on my
water,
hands.
Just rub it on your hands.
Arizona water is hard, right? You know our water is
very hard.
The reason why he likes
hold up, this shit smell good.
Yeah, I know. He likes that that Arrow's body butter. Yeah.
How much this cost?
Because I see them ashy ankles, John. So you know.
Look, I be at the gym and shit.
Listen, so you might want to
all them little be rubbing up against
toe
there.
bomb, John,
but you
know
see,
what I'm saying?
So imagine you selling that. You know, good. It sells itself.
This shit smell hella good.
It's very good.
Well, but is this gonna fuck with my cologne? No, like that's what I'm saying. I need.
It also has pheromones in it, so you know.
So you trying to make me? You really trying to got me? I'm about to be at the gym tonight. Women just gonna be walking up to my.
They could be.
Well, you know, we already naturally have pheromones. Right. It's just enhancing that. You know what I'm saying?
This shit smell real. Hold on. Niggas, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Like, oh my mama, make sure
we got beard oil.
This shit smells fucking amazing.
Try the beard oil, John.
Oh my god.
Just put a little bit. And what I love about that, it has a
There you
scent,
go. Try
but
it.
it's not overbearing, so it won't.
It smells the
overbear.
same though.
It is. It's the same scent. There you go. There you go.
And it softens the hair,
Yep.
so you have a less chance of all the the ingrown
Groans.
hairs, stuff like that. And it gives it a little shine, but not over.
I ain't gonna lie, they
it-
showed up a little early because usually y'all know I'm all lined up and everything. I came in from my son's basketball game. I didn't get to grab the
Well, that's gonna help.
So
with
men,
the
we have stuff
shine.
for you. We
We
have
do.
stuff for women. We have educational books around
okay
sex
beard
and
beard
sexuality,
oil
and
because
we have
beards are
makeup.
in right now. How much
Yeah.
is the beard oil?
$24.
Okay, and then this
Head
this
to toe bomb is $25.
so basically 24 even.
No, it's with ship.
Alright.
Well, it's with tax. If
tax.
we have it on hand, if you order it online, of course, there's shipping.
Okay.
But with us, if you order with us directly, anything over $75, your shipping is free. We'll cover your
Okay. How often are y'all at any of these?
We're gonna be our next event that we're gonna be doing is going to be at D Murray's
Freaknik
pool party. Mansion pool party. So we'll
on
be there.
June 3rd.
Yep, in the building selling bedroom candy.
But you can always reach out to us
Yep.
too, and if you want to place an order, if you want to be discreet and just order directly, you can go directly.
I
on
ain't
our
worried
website
about
and
discreet,
order.
but what I
some
am-
people do. So we
What
just
I'm
want to
what
let
I'm
people
looking
know.
at is I know there are some events that is coming up that I feel like you guys should definitely be a part of.
Yeah, well, let us know.
Because well, beards are in.
yes.
If you ever need a beard spokesman,
And what I do at a lot of our events is I'm always the one interacting with the customers more.
you better
Especially
stop
with
yelling
men.
at people, motherfucker. You?
I'm not
No,
yelling.
I'm just fucking with you.
I'm not yelling at nobody. But I want to make men feel very comfortable when they come to our table because when they do, especially our adult events. So what I do is I entice the men. So I, put it in their beard. I give them a nice
I have somebody
massage
by the
and
name of
all
Rizzo.
that.
I think she would work perfect with y'all.
Okay.
So she was just on my Freaky Friday a couple weeks ago with her toys and the things she does, but she's also like an actual model, and she does a lot of traveling around and stuff. I think y'all would work out real good.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
send her
connect
away.
so we can talk to her.
But he was asking how we met. How did we meet, friend?
So I didn't know that there were any other consultants here, and I happened to be in Atlanta for an event for Bedroom Candy, and Kiki posted that she was at a vendor event in Phoenix, and I was like, "It's another consultant there," and so we connected, and then she told me we just started sharing our dream and what we wanted to do, and she told me about her idea for a sex expo, and I was in, and we actually had the very first expo February 17th through the 19th this year, and we'll be having it again in February next year here in Arizona.
Y'all ever worked the black what's the cowboy event? The black
The rodeo.
black rodeo.
So this is the thing, right? Because a lot of people don't fuck with us out here. Because when we were trying to get our event promoted, a lot of these promoters out here were not trying to promote our event. We're not trying to shout us out because, again, of the content, right?
That's what I'm saying. So when you say stigma, like it was black people who promote parties and clubs didn't
Right.
want to promote a sex expo.
No,
But
that
I think
was
a lot
for
of that
black
was
people.
but a lot of people, I will say this, a lot of people didn't know what to expect because it was the very first. Now we have footage. We have people who can vouch and saw that it was they loved it. I mean,
Right.
it was sexy, but it was also still very classy.
Yeah.
It was very beautiful. It was a vibe. It was black people. It was white people. It was
I'm not gonna
gay
say no
people, straight
names.
people, trans. It was everybody there,
Yeah.
and they loved the vibe, and they can't wait for next year. Like people
Oh,
were
yeah, people are
shocked.
coming
They were
up-
mad that they missed it.
Where people
So
are
you
coming up
definitely
to
want
us
to join
and
our VIP
asking,
list so you can keep in touch.
when is
when the
when
next
is the,
event
when
is.
is the next one,
Yeah.
when is it, when is the dates, but again, a lot of black folks that have big platforms out here that do promote black owned businesses and black events and black things out here refused to,
They
shout us
said
out.
they just said it wasn't with their brand, or they were concerned. Like, I don't
Oh,
know,
the
because they
children.
had
It's always the kids.
well, they
It's
had the
always
word
kids.
sex in it, and I guess people didn't really
Right.
understand. But I think the more and more, like, now that we have the content
Right.
and we share what we talked about, and
Right.
we can show video footage,
Right.
a lot more and more people are like, oh wow, they didn't really understand what it was. I think they thought that we were just gonna have a big ass freaky sex party,
Yeah.
and that's what it wasn't that at all. So
That's where the education comes
I
in.
know.
Well,
and
that
people,
where the ignorance comes in.
Yeah, 'cause
there
people
was a lot
don't
of
listen.
ignorant niggas.
People
It was a
need
lot
to
of
sit
ignorant
back
niggas.
and listen.
So we're here to educate them,
Right.
and I think a lot of people, when they saw what we had, they were like, everywhere
People were
we went.
shocked. Everybody.
We went to Tucson like the next weekend, and
Yep.
people heard about it all the way in Tucson.
Yeah.
And was like, oh my God, we want to be a part of that. So, and then people in other states were reaching out to us. So,
Oh, yeah.
we're really excited because it was just really the two of us putting it together. I never put anything like that together before in my life.
This was the largest event that we've ever done, and it was just the two of us and our coordinator, and we didn't even get our coordinator until like when did we get Danielle on the team? What, second string? Third string, somewhere around in there.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Yeah,
She's
like,
amazing, and
right.
and she ain't going nowhere. She
Right.
gonna help coordinate
So,
next year
but
too.
the point that I'm trying to make is that there was a lot of ignorant ass niggas out here that wasn't trying to fuck with us.
Okay,
It
so
was.
this is where my thought process is at.
It was.
I think it was
Okay.
just about educating people and getting them on board.
That's where-
as to-
that's-
Even when we did
that's
tell
where
them
you
what
say-
we were doing, they
Hold on,
still
but
didn't
hold on.
wanna do
Hear
it.
me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Don't ever give them any of your attention. Okay, there's a
yeah,
term.
we just kept it moving.
There's a term called haters bring me paper. Let people hate, because guess what? If they're hating on you, that means they're talking about you.
Of
So
course.
regardless, people are going to hear about you. So you actually, as much, and I say this because I'm hated by a whole lot of people too. But you know what? I love it. You know why I love it? Because they watch the success and it hurts them. And
But
your
Black
success.
Phoenix is small, John, and it's like you don't want to burn bridges, but you also don't want to, shade other people because it's different from what.
But that's
that
why
you
I don't
used
even
to.
give them the negativity of these hating ass
Right.
niggas. I won't. You know why? You know why I'll never say that? Because
Yeah.
at some point in time, those hating ass niggas gonna be knocking on your door,
That's
asking for
and
your
that's the
help.
way that I looked at it. It's like some people, like, they didn't know, they didn't have a concept, they had never heard of a sex expo or what that was,
Right.
and this was the first of its kind. And so I think now that people have talked about it and they've seen the videos or whatever, I think it'll be a different conversation. It's a different conversation already.
Yeah.
So it's like when one door closes, another one opens. We just
I
keep
ain't
it
even
moving.
worried about them. I just know that.
It was shocking though
yeah,
that
it was-
that
it
we
was
didn't think we
shocking.
would get that response, but
Right, 'cause
it was
it-
okay.
we-
We just kept it moving.
Because it was a lot of people that I know personally, right? Because I'm an activist in the community, right?
But what I always say is this: the people that you think is supposed to back you is the number one people. That's why, you know what? I showed y'all what's in this box over here. What I do, I don't sell to my friends. You know why? My friends want discounts. But a strangers pay full price.
Yeah,
Okay.
niggas always want. Oh, can you give it to me for $15? No, it's 25, nigga.
But again,
The shea butter is 25,
but
and
again,
that's the price.
This is where you don't feed it. They ain't nigga. Unfortunately, the price is $25. Thank you very much. If you don't want it, have a nice day. That being when you're nice and they walk away, it makes them actually feel more stupid,
Right.
and you belittle them by not giving them that energy.
Oh, I'm always nice. Nah, I don't be. You know.
But I'm saying, even like
Yeah.
when you come on like platforms like this, don't do it. You know why? Because now they know they didn't get to you. They can't ever be like, okay, yeah, so it
I
did.
don't mention no names.
It did.
But their initials are.
but-
No, I'm just kidding.
I'll be like, yeah, they IG is, Yeah, no. Yeah, we're not gonna mention no names, but you know who you are, suckers. Like,
But the whole thing is that
Right.
we're excited. This is
Of
that is
course.
our big event, and then we
Yes.
do the Naughty Bingo quarterly.
yes.
We did the last one we did. We had a stripper
We did.
who performed.
Yeah.
And then this time we wanted to focus on BDSM, just the intro. It's an intro. So if it don't, so anybody who's like hardcore BDSM, when you come and play bingo, just know that this is a toe dipping.
Marcy, are you watching
BDSM.
tonight? We got some. Marcy, are you watching tonight? Marcy, like a 6'1".
I had to go on
Yeah.
Fat Life and be like, y'all, this is the beginners one, but please come to our event. But don't come up in there thinking that it's gonna be like a whole, like you could do a whole scene up in here. We're really there to play bingo, but we are gonna do like an introduction to BDSM. Like we
Right.
gonna talk about what BDSM is. Somebody might get spanked up in there. You know,
You might
what I'm
get
saying?
you might get put
shit.
in the spreader bar.
You know what
The
I'm saying?
what?
The spreader bar.
See, that's what old girl brought her ass in here with. But y'all, this.
Yeah, so you have to connect us. Like we love, like anybody.
Oh, this
who-
the same boy.
Yeah, anybody who is open and free and loves to talk about sex and sexuality, you are our people. Like we like to talk about it.
It was
and
funny.
we
There
will
was one
continue.
cat when we were passing out flyers. He was Caucasian, and he was like, melanated. What does melanated mean? I'm like, black people, and he was like, oh, I guess I can't come then. I'm like, what? I said, do you like black people? He was like, yeah. I said, then you can come then.
Right.
What do you mean? Like,
It's just you're not the focus. And
Right.
so we call it the Melanated Sex Expo because we wanted it to be a reflection of people of color to feel comfortable, have a safe space, and see people that look like them find their tribe and learn about different aspects of sex and sexuality. But if you love melanated people, you welcome too.
I ain't gonna lie. I know. Y'all would kill it in the Mexican community. Them little freaks.
Hey, I think we had all different. We had all different
Very
nationalities.
few.
We had gay. We had straight.
Right.
We had so many different people there. But it was a vibe. It was.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. It was like such a cool.
You know why?
ass vibe. Even the security guard.
But that's what I'm saying.
the
You know
security
why?
Was like that.
Sex is a vibe. If you
It
bring
is.
up sex and
It
people,
grown sex.
Correct.
Real grown
correct,
sex.
grown people that can, like my cousin, gonna love y'all. I wish her ass wasn't at work right now. She worked for the airline. Whoo, she run into a whole lot of people. She done been to a lot of parties. She used to actually sell the shit herself too. Not what y'all sell, but toys. So when I say I got you. There's a lot,
See, and that's
lot
what
of
when you meet
people. There's a lot of people, and like I said, I am very open about my freakinisms in the world. Right? I don't. I keep everybody out of my personal life, my personal business, my home. But at the end of the day, what I do is I let it be known like where I stand and who I am and what I stand for. And again, my job is to help, in this case, OMG, become a household name.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
if you guys can become a household name and you guys can put some toys and some people's lives, self included, then think that's where
We just want to spread happiness.
exactly. Sex is a, and that's why I was looking
When you
forward
have
to
sex,
this
what
show.
happens? You release endorphins.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the dopamine and all those different things, and you just feel amazing and great and happy. And that's what what I'm saying. That's why masturbation is important.
So it is masturbation month. Me myself, I'm not a avid masturbator.
you should be.
I mean,
Every now and then, just
Get
stroke
that
it
nut
a
off your
little
back,
bit.
John. Get that nut off your back.
but the nuts are.
Get that nut off your back.
It's not on my back.
I
I put it on somebody else's back. It ain't on my back.
Get off your
But
back.
I don't. If you haven't though, try mutual masturbation.
Yes.
It's such a turn.
I'm not gonna say that I haven't done that before. I have done that before.
That's
And
not. You know what's hot about that too is because it's like
'Cause you can pleasure
you
map with
looking
your
at each
partner.
other, right? And you're pleasure mapping. You see, oh, I like okay.
Well, not only
so
that-
he strokes it like
think
that,
about
or that's
this.
what he like.
when most people are actually coming, a lot of people close their eyes. If you're with your partner and you're doing things, it requires you to keep your eyes open. And some of the most central and the most intimate things that you could possibly do is to have eye contact with someone else. And then at that moment of euphoria, what I call the splish splash, I'm taking a bath. Okay, when the baby batter is about to explode, and
Baby batter.
What's up with this baby batter? Who having babies? Like,
regardless, it's baby batter. Okay, if my eyes
I
are
don't want it in
open,
me, on me, nowhere.
it is
Put it in the
more.
napkin.
It is
Throw it in the
more
trash.
intense when your eyes are open than when they are closed.
That's why I always
But
tell
a lot of
man
people don't
sandwich,
understand that.
Open them eyes, nigga. I want to see you. Why you shaking and shivering and
You be
shit.
beating the
Yeah,
shit
how
out.
about
I can
when
tell
you-
you now. You
When
beating
you
the shit out
when you
that.
pleasuring
I
him, you
don't.
tell him to look at you and see what you doing to him. See what you know what I'm saying?
I know that's why women, when women is going down on you 9 times out of 10, that's why they looking up. They want to see if you
He
looking.
be shaking like
Right.
You
I
giving
want you
niggas
to-
convulsions and shit.
Yeah,
I want to
absolutely.
see.
All the
Wait a
time.
minute. And women, you can orgasm while giving head.
Period.
But they don't know that.
It's called a throat orgasm for you hoes out there that don't
There
know.
are 21
can-
orgasms that
you
a
can
woman can
also-
have. A woman has 21 erogenous zones on her entire body. You can make a woman come 21 times in one night. So, if done right and you know what the fuck you doing,
But most men don't.
And right. And
but
that's
who
where,
see, and that's where. So,
Most men don't.
but that's the whole thing about
most men are sexually.
if you have
in-
sex with somebody or you was the shit with this
Unintelligent.
person and you get another person and then you think,
Sexually
well, I know what
mature.
to do. This is a whole new person.
you got to
And
learn
that-
each other.
Right. Well, that's where we
But
talk
a
about
lot of
pleasure
men-
mapping. That's where mutual masturbation
But a
comes
lot
in
of
pretty
men
good too.
are used to doing that same move that they did in
Selfish.
1990,
Nope, they're
1996. You feel
Selfish-
me? With
selfish
Tanisha.
lovers.
You feel me?
Selfish
They was
lovers.
doing that with Tonisha.
They selfish
Kiki.
lovers. Men are selfish lovers.
Kiki, nigga. I'm not the same as Tonisha.
Kiki, do you love me?
I don't. I tell all them niggas no. Drake owed me so much money. When I see Drake, just run
Oh
your
man,
pockets,
how many
nigga.
times do I hear my name in a song?
Like, run my.
Well, hold up.
buckets,
Why you
nigga.
over there talking about somebody owe you money? What else you got in that bag? Have you showed everything in that bag?
I mean, we got
Them
a few
bags.
things. We got a few things for the ladies. So, but we do have one more thing.
Yeah, don't be.
You
You're
have
not
hot
leaving
cakes?
here
I
without
do.
opening up the
okay.
bag.
So let's talk about hotcakes. This
I
is
got
our
Sugar
hot.
Daddy.
Oh, you got
John.
Sugar Daddy. Okay, well,
Yeah.
Sugar Daddy hotcakes. They were created by the same black woman. And what I love, so a lot of people ask
Hold
us,
on. It's called Sugar Daddy Hotcakes.
No,
there-
Sugar
it's
Daddy.
It's two products. One is called Hot Cake, Hot,
I call it hoe
HAUTE, Hot Cakes.
I call it.
And
That
the
sounds like
second
something
one-
that go on the buttocks.
And the second one is called Sugar Daddy. So
Here,
basically,
John, let's
it's
go
a-
on and smell it.
it's a black woman who created
This shit
this.
sound
and
real
what I love
sexual.
what I love about Candy is that she doesn't believe in
Nope, let me
reinventing
put
the
it-
wheel. Basically, if
Rub that
somebody
in.
already made it, she's good at partnering with other small black business owners and putting their product, rebranding it with bedroom candy and selling it. So this is our
What the
number
fuck is
one
this you just
seller.
put on me?
So
It's
sugar,
a deodorant.
So Sugar Daddy and hot cakes
Yeah,
are
okay.
designed anywhere where you sweat and you don't
Hold
want
on.
an
First and
odor.
foremost, do y'all see how shiny my arm is right now? Hey, she just made me shine, right?
Facts.
And
From 2
literally
drops.
from whatever.
And
this
that
shit's-
one, what does it smell
this
like? It
shit
has like a
smells
lemon
like
smell.
Lemon pound
candy.
cake.
Like, have you ever had lemon drops when you was a kid?
Lemon pound cake.
This shit make you want it. Just out of nowhere, it really just makes you want so glow, baby. Like you just really want to start singing that song for no goddamn. Damn.
Yeah, so let me tell you where you put it at. So anywhere where you sweat and you
Yes.
don't want an odor. So hot
got
cakes
it
was
on
out
right now.
first.
That sound like
and
some
then
balls.
hot cake smells like cake. And it wasn't meant to smell like that. It was the ingredients when they came together, they smelled like that. It's made with 4 ingredients and then a proprietary blend.
But hold on.
But the Sugar Daddy came
And it ain't
out
got no taste.
It don't have.
Yeah.
Do not eat that.
The
please.
sugar daddy came out, but it's not. I mean, he ain't gonna get sick from it. But don't eat it. It's not designed for.
be
Well, no, so
asking-
this is my thing though, because y'all already know, like there are places people kiss and lick,
right,
and it doesn't have a. So I'm a big ass kid, so I just went ahead and licked my goddamn arm.
But
It
but
doesn't
and
have
you know
a
what? And
taste.
you're not gonna
No.
get sick from it.
No,
but
you're
but
not.
the thing, because it's natural ingredients. But let me just share this. Anywhere where you sweat and you don't want to odor. So as a woman,
Underarms.
for me, what I like to do is I come out
Under
as soon
boob.
as you come out of the shower and you pat dry. You do not take a towel and dry yourself hard. You pat dry, right? And before you put all your lotions and potions on, then I put it under my breast. I put it in my belly button. I put it under my fupa because yes, I got a fupa and fupas need love too.
She said,
And then I
fupa.
put it. You can put it on your vulva area
Yes.
where, because you know how like in the creases where you sweat a lot of times, and us thick girls, we
mom-
got them thick thighs. You can put
the
them in
mom's pubis,
Yeah.
the inner labia, the
Yeah.
outer labia,
and it's safe. I also
Yes.
put it on my anus, so I put it on
Yes.
my booty hole,
Yes.
right? Because that sweats, right? And then I put it. You can also put it between your toes because it's antifungal, antibacterial, antimicrobial, and anti-yeast. So, and
if
so
you have any kind of
we rolled
infections, ladies?
rolled it out for men
Yes.
too, because a lot of men who are sneakerheads
Yes.
don't like their feet to get dirty, to
Yes.
have a smell and stuff
Especially
like that.
if you're in the
you put
gym a
you
lot.
can also put it on your balls, put it
Yes.
on there in that area where you sweat and work out. Literally, I can put that on at 7:00 in the morning, and by 5, 6, 7:00 at night, I'm still smelling.
I
like
wear
cake.
it every day.
I love going to the bathroom and be like, "Ooh, I still smell it."
Right, I wear it every day, and
Y'all gonna make me eat
as
myself.
someone that is plus
I
size,
smell like chocolate lemon right now.
someone that is plus size. This like people ask me all the time. Like, ooh, Kiki, what you got on? What's the, because you always smelling good. I'd be like, I put that whole cake on. I put that sugar yaddy on. And then I put all the rest of the, the bundle package from Bedroom Candy, the whipped body butter, the shea butter.
That's all natural,
Yeah.
paraben free.
Yeah.
A lot of them are vegan.
Yep.
And they're all made. They're made
And
in
we
the
don't
United States.
animal
Except
test
we have the shea butter that's made in
Ghana.
a village in Ghana. Women in a village in
all
Ghana.
all of our shea butter we get from a small village in Ghana, and 10% of the proceeds go back to that village. So because the women out there,
good when you put it on your body.
yeah, the women out there have a hard time getting their menstrual products. So Bedroom Candy is very philanthropic when it comes to the efforts of making sure that they have what they need. So we're very, very givers, and that's why it's called the Giving Tree.
Yeah. So that's why when people ask us, why don't you sell your own products and stuff? Well, first of all,
You know how expensive that shit is?
I don't believe in
Bruh.
low. But we started with high quality products.
Right.
For me, I'm not gonna try to reinvent the wheel and try to get some products from China and stuff. You have to be careful
Everything
with
is
what you put
made
in your body and on your body. So for me,
in the U.S.
I don't mind, we have our own business. And what I love about Candy, she a boss bitch, basically.
Period.
And so
Boss
she taught us that
lady.
you are a brand. Like we start up, like a
Period.
lot of people they'll sell products and they'll just represent the company, but we created our own brand from that.
Yep.
And so, like what we talked about earlier, you are a brand, and then whatever you sell or whatever, that's fine, but make yourself a brand.
Dom the Monko.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes.
you
And the
know,
Lakers win.
I just looked at that. I was
Lakers
like, and the Lakers kicked their ass too. They kicked Golden State's ass.
I'm a Laker fan, so let's go.
I'm
I'm
born
not a
and
Laker
raised a
fan.
Laker fan. I grew up at 108th and Dinka, 3 miles from the Forum.
from the
I
Bay
was
Area,
born
so-
a
So
Laker.
because I'm from Detroit, and again, I told with my age, the Lakers were our enemy. Like we were the Lakers, the Bulls, and Boston were our enemy because we were the Pistons. I grew up with the bad boys. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
so I
why
ain't gonna
y'all
never love the
stay
Lakers. I ain't gonna
losing.
never have love for the Lakers.
I'm purple yellow.
Purple and gold. I bleed
Period.
purple and gold.
Period. And I'm from the Bay Area, so that's the only team that I rep. That's LA. So there you go.
I saw that. I don't know. Did Phoenix when they played
Phoenix is
Denver?
out. Phoenix is gone.
They gone too.
At
Damn.
home. That's why I only rep my. It's the only hats I wear.
I'm Bay Area bound.
Because I live here, you know.
Day.
It's like I'm trying to support.
510 all day.
310, 310.
I'm 510 all day, baby.
All right. So again, where can everybody find you guys at?
Oh my goodness, where can they find us? They can go on Instagram. They can go on the gram and find all our goofy, funny videos that we make. Content is endless. We have some things in the laboratory all the time that we be cooking up.
That's OM Goddesses 20. OMGODDESSES 20. And
On Instagram.
Instagram and Facebook.
Yep.
And then our website is omgoddesses.com. Join our VIP list.
They can
Promise
follow
you
us
we will
also
not
on
bug you.
TikTok.
Yep, and you can also
And
go
on Twitter
OM
as well.
Goddesses 20 on TikTok,
Yep,
and then
and
OM Goddesses 20 on YouTube, and check
on,
out some of
and
our
on
episodes.
Twitter, it's OM Goddesses on Twitter. Yep. And that's where all the nasty stuff is at. You want to see the nasty stuff, go on Twitter. Listen, like they be like, this
Right,
ain't nasty
because we
enough.
gotta follow rules.
So
and stuff.
hold on.
If you want to
Where the
go,
OnlyFans at? You might as well make an OnlyFans and get paid for the Only.
That's coming. Like that's coming.
Literally, it should be coming.
Yeah, we have nasty stuff in the lab that we already cooked up. You know what I'm saying? But again, we waiting for the right time to put that out. You know what I'm saying? To put it on Patreon, to put it on OnlyFans and things like that. So the Patreon, the OnlyFans is coming soon. Because I have 75 techniques on how to suck dick, and I'm going to get paid for that. So if y'all
Wait,
wanna...
whoa.
Whoa.
75 techniques.
Yeah, I fuck your
Throat
mind
goat.
up. I am.
We call her the throat goat.
That's not a throat goat. That's a throat lion. She fucking up the goat.
I tell men all the time, don't you fuck around. Hit
And
this
find
twice.
out.
Right.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah, we go together. You hit this twice, we go together. Period. Don't play with me. You cross the line, Cletus. Cross the line, Cletus. Don't play with me.
Okay, so
I'm just trying to tell you. So yeah, the
fair
technique.
warning. She's
And I also have the 75 techniques for the ladies as well. So if y'all, so
you
men,
teaching this shit?
Yeah, that's coming on Patreon. So we are sex educators. Number one, foremost, we are sex educators.
What man you plan on using as your muse? Why you? So
I have a fake dildo that I use. I do
a
not
fake.
use.
You need to show a real life how it actually what the benefits of what that shit can do.
Wait a minute, what somebody say right there? Do you have a map? I got lost trying to find your vagina.
It's under all underneath this fat nigga. So
Poop nugget
all
lover.
you got-
Right, why is his
Right.
name Poop Nugget?
Okay,
Right.
I ain't no telling what the hell. That's on Kick, and Kick get real.
Right.
That's a platform y'all gonna want to be on since y'all
Listen,
talking to you when you
It's
got poop
underneath
nugget
all this
lovers.
fat. But like I said, you hit this vagina twice, you gonna be sucking your thumb and calling your mama, talking about I done fucked around.
Oh, he
and
gonna do
fell in
like
love.
hey, listen, honey, I ain't coming
'Cause
home.
she
What
done
was that movie? Sunshine.
She done made me some
I ain't never coming. Put your mama on the phone. I ain't never coming home again.
Because I am also a chef by trade, so I do cook. You know, don't play with it.
So she gonna suck you, feed you,
Yeah.
and change your diaper
I'm
clearly,
trying to tell you.
and then she gonna make sure you smell
Wait, you
good.
know that's a fetish too.
Cause she gonna put your beard.
You know that's a fetish.
She got the beard balm. Okay, she got the antifungal deodorizer.
True.
So your
Sugar
balls
yabby.
actually, while she down there trying to get the 76 technique, your balls is gonna be smelling quite lemony.
Yeah.
But that's better than smelling like what it normally do. When you
Your
come out
beard,
the club.
your beard,
I mean,
and your
out the
bald hair
gym.
might actually fucking be nice and shiny because you're gonna take the beard balm and put it on your pubic hairs too. Because I want that shit shiny too, nigga.
Yeah, because I'm
We
gonna fry
also got
you.
flavored lube,
I'm
all
gonna make
kind of
some
stuff
smothered
for you.
chicken, macaroni and cheese, some greens, some cabbage, some cornbread, and some dressing.
Oh, you know, Mama asked when you
Right.
gonna cook for her.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, this is why I don't do it. This is why I'm single, because these men is out here be going crazy. Key. I'll be like, no, babe. You got to put a ring on it, babe.
All right, so
Yeah.
I asked everybody this:
Yes.
how was your first experience here at nocappreacts?
It was fun. It was great.
It was
Loved
different, you know.
It was different.
It got real serious in the beginning
'Cause I
for
don't
a
fuck-
minute.
I
I mean,
fuck
we
around.
got a Black Panther in the building. She thought but she didn't realize she was fucking with a lion too. Because I fight back.
Yeah. I'm a lioness. You know, most lioness, you know, they kill their prey too. I chop niggas to their kneecap.
Well, I can't get chopped. I'm not chopped chicken.
All right, chop. That's what they all say till they get chopped. I'm gonna fuck around and find out.
Look, earlier she was ready to kill me. Then she wanted to
It
make
was
me
a good
smell
debate. I don't
good.
think about it. No,
No,
it was
I
a
love
good,
debate.
No. So
I
this is
love
the thing.
that.
This is the thing.
Debate.
I don't
Yeah.
look at anything as a negative.
No.
Right? Because this is the thing. Just the same way I can make you angry, I can put a smile on your face.
Right.
It's always
So-
love, because it's always like we can always have difference of opinion. You know what
Kumbaya,
I'm saying?
motherfucker.
Right.
Plus, at the end of the day,
I tell this analogy. I say I want black people to always be on the same train. We can all have difference of opinion as long as we're on the same train moving forward to liberating us.
well,
see
that's
what
what
I'm
I say.
saying?
At the end of the day, black love black.
Yeah.
They may get mad at it temporarily, but at
Yeah.
the end of the day, you're gonna end up loving you some black again.
Right. Facts.
So it don't matter. It don't matter.
But there's some people that need to get off the fucking train.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. We can't tell people what they need to do. They got to do it in their own time. You
Yeah.
got to find people in
I
their
just
own
realized what was behind me.
that you
I
had
got that
Baby
same-
Yoda?
I got the same Baby Yoda. I love Baby Yoda.
I bought that goddamn thing for my son because he wanted it so bad.
Oh my God, I love it. I'm
But
such
he
a
don't play
blur.
with it.
Ain't never touched it. Ain't played with it. Ain't did nothing.
He don't know nothing
So
about no
we
Star
was about to get
Wars.
rid of it. I said, nope, it's going in my. It's going to put it on my couch.
And you know what? I love it. It's perfect, and it's right above me. See, it's because you knew, because I love Baby Yoda.
Star Wars, Star Trek. I'm a huge
Mandalorian.
Trekkie. I'm a huge Trekkie. You know, I want to get off this planet because Earth is ghetto.
So y'all got a expo coming up. You said on
Yes.
June.
No, it'll
No,
be in
in
February. In
February.
June is our Naughty Bingo.
Okay, Naughty Bingo
So
in
and
June.
tickets are on sale on our website.
$25 for 3 games.
3 games of bingo, and the winners get a sexy shopping spree.
Last time
And
we
then
played,
Latoya got some
oh my
bomb-ass
God, she wind up. Listen, Latoya Stacks. Shout outs to Latoya Stacks. Okay, the extraordinaire. Listen, she gave away a dinner for 2 that was valued at $250, and she
would come
gave
in
it to the
and
last
cook.
winner.
Sound like Ruth Chris was out of me.
Yeah, she
I
will
mean,
come in and cook a whole meal for you and
You want
another
fried
person.
lobster tail
she-
and some
yeah.
lamb chops?
And her food is
she
delicious.
got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a $250 value, and our best friend won.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, our best friend won, and she was like, I was like, yes, best friend. So it was
Yeah.
awesome. So come
hang
Yeah,
out with us. Come fuck with us. We have
Yes.
fun. Check out our podcast. We
Yes.
talk about, like I said, we talk about a lot of different topics around
Yes, we
sex,
just talked
sexuality.
about mental
I will
health.
say this: if y'all have me on y'all podcast, as at this moment, y'all will be the first people to actually interview me. Everybody always say, "Oh, we're gonna have you come on the show. We're gonna have you come on the show."
No, when we say
no.
we're gonna have somebody on our show, we'll have somebody on our show. We not like that.
But and if y'all talk about I got a lot of stories.
Yeah, we love.
I done
story
did
time.
a lot of traveling, and like I said, I was then. Well, for a good portion of that, I was a single traveling artist, and I was with every major artist You know, there's
Ooh,
a
you
lot.
got some good juicy stories.
There's a
then,
lot of
don't you?
stuff that
you
happens
had
on the road.
So you had some foursomes, some and some moresomes.
The most women I've had at one time is 3.
Oh, okay.
I've never.
How is that? Do you feel like that's too many? That's too many. You got too much to figure it out.
No.
It worked out real good for you.
I got
I've
a
had
dick. I got a
5
face.
dicks.
I got a
I've
dick.
had 5 dicks.
I got a
And you know,
dick.
you had
I got a
toys, too,
face,
damn.
and I got 2 hands. I actually had a hand that was doing nothing. Well, it wasn't that it wasn't doing nothing, but it could have been doing something. That I
I've
was.
had 5 dicks in my face. That ain't nothing.
Well, it's different for you than what it is for a man. We got all
So
So
because
have
all
all
the
your
pressure is on
fantasies
me.
been fulfilled, or do you still have any fantasies that you still thinking about? Like
There's
you
no
like,
such thing as because like I need to have sex in Maldives.
Ooh,
That's
So
pretty.
no, I always have. There's no such thing as running out of fantasies. There's never gonna be a dull sexual. I could be with a woman for 50 years. We gonna figure it out.
right. Hello.
Like there's gonna be. We ain't fucked
You
in the
ever
trash.
think-
We ain't fucked over the trash can at the park bench.
Right.
I have.
Like we ain't did that
Yeah.
one. Or
Well, one fantasy that I have that I would like to be ravished by 2 men.
She's never had 2 men. And
I
I'm
never
like,
had. Okay, so I was a prude.
So,
Part of the reason
so
why
hold
I'm
on.
into sex-
So hold
sex-
on,
sex
because a
industry.
lot of women have that. Now, I will say this.
But I don't want it like a train style.
Thank you.
Type
But
thing.
and
I
that's
want it
where
more
that's
be a
my advice.
worship,
My
body
It's not
worship.
a
my.
train.
Well,
though.
It
train
is a
is
train.
more than-
It is a
well,
train because what
a lot of
happens
times they
is a
say it's
lot of
more than-
men are selfish. So they're really just going, you need to find 2 men
I want
that
it to
are
be worship.
literally into you and
Yeah.
about your pleasure. Because if they're into
Yeah.
you, then you're good. I set my friend up with 2 men because that's what she wanted to do. And she called me crying. I felt used. They just
Yeah, I
got
don't wanna
off
feel
and they
used.
left.
Yeah,
and
I
I
don't
was
want
like,
that.
I told you didn't want them problems.
I
You
don't
needed to
want it like
find
that.
2 men that are interested in you,
Yeah,
not
we have
just
to have
2
an interview
randoms.
process.
She said an interview process.
I have to interview you
Like
about.
that. She
you
gonna
know,
like, what do you- well, see, and that's hard.
and it has to be a vibe. Like I don't think I can't. For me,
Well, no,
I
it's
don't- I
hard
can't
because
just
you
up-
if you interview a man, we're
gonna
sexual
say
beings and we
whatever?
just correct. 99% of all men are gonna lie and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, right? And then once they
well,
slide
I'm not
in,
in a hurry. I'm not in a rush. But I will take my time until I find I find the right one because I do. That is a fantasy of mine.
All the things that she wants to do, I've probably already
I was a
done.
prude. I did not
Yeah.
do. I really did not become sexually liberated until my 40s.
see, I lost my virginity at 8 years old, and then I was blessed to be in a relationship from 12 to 19 with the same woman who also became into women, and like I got to experience
so you
a
had a ball.
lot of things. And then by the time I was 19, 20 is when I really started traveling, doing the music stuff. And then my life got put on pause for a couple of years, and then from 25 till well now I'm 43. There's not many places that I've wanted to see that I have not seen, and then because the majority of the time my ass was single, so with
You
me
was
being
getting it
single,
in.
I can do whatever I want to, and God blessed me to look half decent, but He blessed me with a mouthpiece out this ass. So as long as you can look half decent, you smell good, and you can talk, a lot of things can happen. But I'm honest about it. And the more honest, I've realized that the more honest that you are, especially with women, the further it gets you.
Yeah. Honestly,
Because
it
y'all
goes
are
a
very
long way.
sexual beings as well. And sometimes you just
And a lot
want
of
to
times
get
women,
yours.
And a lot of times women don't appreciate the honesty. Like, well,
Right.
damn, he was honest.
Yeah.
And it could get you a lot further. Than,
It gets
than
you a
some
lot
lying
further
shit.
in the
That might
bed.
get you something for a minute, but
Period.
it's temporary. But honest, dude, you be like, well, at least he honest. He be
Right.
honest with me.
You know.
Yeah, now you can't, and that's why I tell people all the time, you had a bad breakup. No, actually I haven't. I ain't had no bad breakups. They knew what they was getting into. And
But I can smell a bullshit detector from a mile away. I be like, he on some bullshit. He be playing. Ain't nobody got time for that. You all be playing. Ain't nobody like I said.
because a
there-
lot of men have to though. Like I just
Right.
posted that post on my like, how honest can a man be with a woman? Not because as much as so many women say, I want you to tell me the truth. Cool. Like, do y'all understand that 99.9% of the time when a man approaches you as a woman, we're approaching you to fuck. We don't know you're a good woman. We don't know you a bad woman. We don't know if you can cook. We don't know shit about you. But we found you attractive and you made my dick feel something. So now I really want to feel something. It's up to you to show me.
I'm going to tell you a little story time. I smelled this man from a mile away and I knew he was married.
That was the wrong one.
I said, get your married ass. And he was like, he was like, I'm not married. I'm like, nigga, you smell married. You smell married. Get your married ass away from me. Don't nobody want you. Ain't nobody.
That's not true. He married, so somebody want him.
Yeah, I didn't want him. But he kept coming around. And finally I was like, okay. He kept saying he wasn't married. I said, okay. So I fed him. I gave him
fed him like food or fed him like
just fed him. I let
like
him
sit on his face.
yeah. Like, did you feed him pink taco or did you feed him some meatloaf?
I fed him. I made him baked sketties, some little garlic toast bread, and a little side salad. And I gave him a little side profile. Do you know that man did not leave until 10 months later? Stayed in my house.
Oh yeah, see, he was married to you. He was married to her. You got chose. You was
but I didn't want him.
I can't tell. You let him stay for 10
Right,
months.
I kept putting
You
him
can't
out.
say you can't
profile.
want no shit. He got some scatty,
spaghetti.
some bread, and some side salad with a side profile with a whole lot of.
I kept telling him, I said, ain't it time for you to go home? And he was like, this is my home. I'm like, no, it's not, Negro.
No, it's not, but get your ass in that bed, nigga. We got shit to do.
No, he was whack. Like,
yeah.
I kept telling him.
10 months worth of whack?
Yeah.
That's a long whack.
There was a long whack.
That's a whack-a-mole over
I
again.
I kept telling him, I said, listen, you got to go.
Just let your soul.
Well, when I met my husband online, and we talked on the phone for a whole month before we went on our very first date.
Ooh, he's brave.
We talked for 3 weeks, and we never talked about sex, right? And then I happened to mention that I sell sex toys, and he said, "Oh."
Smart nigga. See, that's a smart man.
He said,
let the woman bring the sex up, and then you can. Then you walk through
And
the.
then what did you say
When
after
she
that?
opens
When
Pandora's
y'all had
box,
y'all
you
first
go.
date?
Okay, so when we had our first date, because I'm a grown ass woman, I'm gonna do what I want to do. We had our first date.
It
a
really
month
wasn't your
later.
first date because your ass you said talking on the phone for 3 weeks.
We talked for 3
Y'all
weeks,
had
but
many
I had
dates.
him with music. Like he was like we talked about music. And
Yeah,
politics
y'all had a
and
lot
all
of
kind
dates.
stuff.
That's
But
a date.
on the phone. So
There
and
ain't
then
no goddamn date.
That is a date.
Well,
when
it
you
was
are
a
spending
phone
time
date.
with someone to get to know them, that is actually
No.
the truest meaning of a
But
date.
you know what? It was
No,
amazing
that's not
to connect without the conversation of sex.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we did, I think then we did some phone sex, with video. And then we went on our first date. And it was so funny because I had called him that day and I had called my friends. I was like, look, I'm about to give him some. I was like,
She called
I was
me
like,
talking about
I said, I'm about to be a hoe.
nigga.
They was like, you ain't no hoe, you grown. So anyway, I called him. It was so funny. I said, I just want you to know on this date, you gonna get some. But I want to go out on a date first. Like I want us to go eat and do
this
some shit.
this
to go
goes
to Texas
this
Roadhouse
goes hand in hand with what I
before
say
she
all the
gave
time.
before she
As
gave
a
me side
man,
profile.
a woman can be like,
No, he
I
ain't
want to
giving-
fuck you, but before we do, can
Let's
you at least
date.
take me out first?
Yeah, can we
take
go
me to
out
dinner.
on a date?
She want Cheesecake Factory before the side profile.
And it was weird because I had my little whole bag too. I had packed it and shit.
Oh, she was
and
ready,
brought it
ready.
over. And I walked in this house and I felt so comfortable. I just walked in. I was like, okay, let me put my bag down. Okay, let's go. I didn't want to stay there long because I knew if we had stayed there and talked or whatever, we were never gonna make it out of the house. Because we had talked for so long and we stimulated each other's mind and just we were so attracted to each other just mentally and everything, you know what I'm saying? I was like, first date.
This goes to my post that I just posted on Facebook about when people date like how our grandparents and great grandparents date, where they spent time talking to each other as opposed to doing the whole going out thing,
The courting.
you get to know each other.
Yes.
And which
That
makes
was me and my
everything
ex-husband.
deeper and more. It's more intense. And then when you do finally go out on a date, I know you and you know me. I know what you like. I know what you like to eat. So I get to now choose a restaurant that I know is gonna be like a good experience for you. And it's not like I'm taking a different chick to the same restaurant that I took 20 other motherfuckers.
No,
Because
me
it's
and my-
really about you.
me and my ex.
And we got married and
yeah.
within 10 months of us meeting.
Yeah.
But we're also at an age where you dated, you know what
Yeah.
you like. Life is short. We enjoy each other.
Your
you know
ass
what
is
I'm
out
saying?
here living your best life.
We living our best lives, and we
just have fun in it. And that's the thing about when it comes to like when it's true love and it's real relationships, y'all clearly are not sitting here worried about what other people think or anything else.
Nope.
You did what made you happy.
Yep.
That's like I see people that in a poly lifestyle, but they trying to hide it from their friends and their family and all that shit. It's like you're not. Then you're not living what is
2017.
best for you. You're not doing everything.
Right.
And
Well,
until
if you can't
can
be honest, if you can't be open and honest and you
about
gotta
what
be
makes you
underground,
happy, because
right,
fuck
and
what they think.
everybody thinks.
Fuck what they think. It's about you. Are you happy? Yes, I'm happy.
Yep.
Does he make you happy? Yes, he does. Does she make you happy? Yes, she does.
Right.
And y'all do y'all thing? Yes, we do. Well, fuck you. Nothing else. You can judge me all you want to if that's what you choose to do, but it's not gonna change something because I'm still gonna go home and we about to fuck like monkeys.
Hello.
Rabbit time.
And we can be as loud as we do have I do have a roommate, but he don't hardly be home. So, and then when he do, he just hear what he hear because it's our motherfucking house.
I mean, at the end of, I remember once upon a time, a long time ago, when I had a roommate. Go ahead, you can finna hear me fucking
I
shit
got
out
a
of her.
roommate. It's my mama.
Ooh, that's difficult.
No, it's not. I had my mama.
Well, my mother lived when we were.
Well, my mama
when we
was
first
my
got
best
together.
friend.
My mom lived
Ooh,
with me.
that's so clever.
She has dementia, so it was progressing, and so now she's in a senior home. But when we first got together, she was in the room next door too.
She was over there.
Nope.
I wish I was 50.
And wait a minute, why my mama? Wait a minute, why
Man
my mama?
He a handsome
Why-
man. I know
why-
he laying it down. Mhm.
Why does my mother have dementia? Right, put her in a home. Why she got a man? She is
'Cause
on
that's what they do.
memory care floor and got a boyfriend. I
Because
said, what
you know,
the
but
hell?
you know how? Because she get to forget and remember him all over again.
Right, and he be forgetting and remember her too because they both
They get
got
to fall in love
married.
with each other. Remember 51st dates?
Right, and that's what it's like. And
Nursing home
but they're
2.0.
so cute together. We take them to the movies, and he used to be a musician, and
That's the worst thing to have musician. You can't remember your own lyrics.
but he does. It's like muscle memory because like his sister comes and gets him and takes him down to the Nash, and he'll play the drums and he'll play, or like we'll go listen to some live music, and you could just see him. He's playing the drums with his hand because that part he never forgets.
Right.
But it's really good therapy for them, and I think they're good for each other because they keep each other company. But I said, who goes to a senior facility? You on a memory care
Yo,
floor
mama.
where you locked, you can't even go to anywhere
You
else,
do
and
realize-
you get a boyfriend. I
So
said, what the hell?
When I was 18
Yo,
years
mama.
old, I got a job at a nursing home called Balance Care.
Oh, they be
You-
fucking up in there.
They fuck like crazy.
Especially, Alzheimer's, that dementia and stuff. That's one of they have to watch them because they get very horny.
No, they
That's
don't
one
get
of the
very
thing-
horny. They're extremely.
Yes,
So the
that's
men,
what
the
I'm
men,
saying.
the men don't realize. Well, okay, so they don't realize who it is, but like they have the memory of being married, and like they get an erection, and it's like the first woman they see.
It's on and pop.
It's on and popping. And what they'll do is they go in the room and they get in the bed and they got their little Peter hanging out their little box of briefs. And it's just as hard can be. And they go to town. And it's like, I know, boy, she's sandpaper.
So at my wedding, my mother came and she was like, I'm a hoe because I'm doing it. I'm having sex. I was like, I don't want to know that you having sex in the scene. And but just recently I took them to the movies. She was like, we don't do it anymore. We just did it a couple times. We don't do it anymore. I said, I don't want to know.
Why? That's your future.
I know. and then probably I had to let it. I was like, look, hey, I hope I'm doing it when I'm 70.
Thank God
and
my mama
then-
ain't doing nothing. She's so
Well-
saved. I be like, Mama, when you gonna get you a little boyfriend or something? Get you a little boyfriend so you know you can get out the house.
Man,
Get
I
you a
was
little
celibate for
boyfriend.
6 years one time, and my friends, they had a harder time than me with me being celibate. Like, they was like, I would kill myself. I was like, really? It ain't that deep. But I had the greatest
how many
time.
times
I had
I've
the
been
greatest time during
celibate?
my celibacy because I dated myself. I
You know how
took
many
myself
times
out. I
I've been
went on
celibate?
trips, enjoyed
Nah.
myself. And now, shit, if you can't date yourself, then why the
Yeah.
fuck you want somebody else to date you?
Right.
People
You
don't
can't-
know how to
you
be
can't
alone.
stand to be alone with yourself.
Right.
All right, give me a minute, ladies. Give me a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go ahead and hit hustlefit.com. As y'all can see, there is the merch. That's our number one selling shirt right there. No Caps React with Captain Crunch. Go ahead and get your merchandise. Also, you can catch all other clothing line from the Hustle Fit line right there at hustlefit.com. Make sure you get all of your clothing needs as well as the No Cap Reacts merch right there available to you. And tonight, we have the lovely ladies of OMG. And we appreciate having y'all on the show. So, this is the thing. Regardless of what happens, ain't nobody ever leaving here and not say, I didn't have fun. And then that couch you on, is it comfortable? Good. Okay, well, next time I'm going to get you a bed, okay? So,
You watch all her IG, you watch all her clips. She had her bonnet on, and she be
oh my God. So I appreciate you ladies for showing up tonight and coming and sharing the world of your sex experience and your toys. And the couch is always open.
Thank you, and definitely come see us. We will have to coordinate
Nigga, I'm coming to see.
for you to come see us. I want to hear all the fun little stories. I love stories.
All right, I got more than I need to. That's for damn sure.
Good, then we'll have to have you a couple times.
See, I didn't held them up in my shoulders like this. I done had it flipped upside down like this. I bent head over the bed, hanging off.
I can't do that for that long because the blood be rushing to my head. I'm like, okay, I gotta come back up.
I had this chick back in the day. Her name was Sarah. She liked to get tied up, and then my ex fiance. No, my ex fiance. She was the first true like black chick that I dated that loved anal. I was like,
You know, for a long time, I was like, black people don't do that. That's what I had thought, and I was like,
no, they do. A lot of them. A lot. That's why I say the things that people is like, that's taboo in our community. I be like, but I'm a little bit more sex experienced than other people.
but also the thing too is because it's still like people like in the community people do it, but they don't talk about it like other communities might be more open to it. And what you find with that is then a lot of people.
Yeah,
run
we
to
are
it.
very
They run to porn,
stereotypical.
right? And
Yep.
they run to porn, and it's nothing. Porn has its place, but for me,
There's no sensualness
Right.
and
Well, and then also it's you need to educate yourself in other ways too. Don't just focus on porn, and then you be out here trying to fuck like porn.
yeah, because you banging the fuck out of a motherfucker, but
Just like any television show or anything, it's exaggerated. It's entertainment. So it's
I would
not always a
recommend-
reflection of true sex in the bedroom. And so
There are two porn places that are for black people. I would recommend. One is called Royal Fetish Films. Shout outs to King Noir and Jet Set and Jasmine for creating that platform.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, You know what I'm saying? Good old, we like that. And then also Black Touch is erotic stories with real life.
They need to bring Black Tails back. That's what they need to do.
Black Tails.
Well, we can do the Black Tails. I like erotica stories.
Yeah. Black Touch is
Maybe I do that. Maybe I need to do that. I need to do a night and call it Black Tails.
Well, if you're looking for a partner,
I'm looking for real sex. Real sex come back on HBO.
Oh my God.
Real black sex.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we gonna go ahead and close out on that.
Real
She
sex.
took it back to real sex.
Yeah.
Next thing she gonna be asking for is bring back Emmanuel on Cinemax.
Oh,
Bring back Red Shoe Diary.
Hey, thank you guys for tuning in to another. For chilling with us tonight. Again, definitely want to say thank you guys for showing up.
Thank
OMG.
you for having us.
Make sure you check out their website, check out all the events,
Yes.
and you can look forward to seeing these lovely black queens back here at real soon. With that, well, as I always say,
She want a man, get it,